What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets and a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Oh, it's just the worst. Welcome to the Half-Assed Morning Show. It's just the worst. Well, actually, according to the readers of BroBible.com, Monday is the second worst day of the week, Josh. The worst being tomorrow, Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm surprised that was what they said.
I agree with that completely.
You do agree with Tuesdays?
Mm-hmm.
Here's why. Tuesday is the worst day. Tuesday sucks because it's basically Monday fatigue and still too much work week ahead. No fun, nothing special. Taco Tuesday's just a lame attempt to make it all feel better. That's why Tuesday was voted the worst day of the week. Monday is the second worst. They say it's not as bad as Tuesday, but still sucks. At least Monday you have a little momentum from the weekend, and everyone's misery is shared. And then they throw in, plus there's the occasional consolation of something like Monday Night Football.
Yeah, if you have a good weekend, I think on Mondays you got a little extra pep in your step, and then Tuesday is kind of when reality kind of sinks in. You're like, God, we still got a long ways to go here, don't we?
That's how they played it out on BroBible.com, Josh.
Well, it's a fun website, for sure. I'm not going to argue with those guys. I guess I've never had a negative feeling about Tuesdays. I figure today's the day we start coasting until Friday.
Yeah.
Give some effort on Monday, Wednesday sometimes, but after that, no effort whatsoever.
That's how they played it out. We have a couple of reasons to look forward to this week. Number one, this Friday is our annual Toys for Tatas toy drive.
Oh, that came up quick.
Yeah, it did.
We look forward to seeing everybody and all of y'all Friday morning at Rick's Cabaret Gentlemen's Club in downtown Minneapolis, starting at 6 a.m. We know you won't let us down. We know you'll pack the place. And most importantly, bring some great stuff for the kids who could use your help. Sure, topless college girls everywhere, and nobody enjoys that part of it more than me and Ashley. But most importantly, we got to stack up toys for the kids who could use a few laughs this holiday season.
Yeah, and thanks to you, I mean, we started out with one charity, and I think we're up to maybe 4 at this point. There's so many toys where the charities are like, I can't believe we're in this situation, but we can't accept any more toys. Mm-hmm. It's going to be too difficult for us to hand them out. In one case, one of them said, this takes care of the entire year for us.
That's awesome.
Birthday, this is a women's and children's shelter, Dakota Woodlands, who said, we really spread it out the entire year. It was so great. And people didn't have places to store it. So thank you so much. And it's been that way every year. Every single year. So we've been able to add more charities to it.
And the brother and sister would show up, too, with cool toys. Not just, okay, I got this at Walgreens on my way over. They bring cool stuff. To the point where I'm looking, I'm like, oh, I kind of want that.
Yeah, every once in a while there'll be somebody that tries to get in with like a used Matchbox car, but then we have them deported from the country.
Exactly.
And people have learned their lesson.
So that's reason number one to look forward to this week, is we're going to have a great crowd. I know we will. We'll have a great crowd Friday morning at Rick's Cabaret. And plenty of donations, those unwrapped toys for kids of all ages. If you bring that unwrapped toy, maybe you're new to the situation. Maybe you've never been a part of Toys for Tatas. If you bring in a new unwrapped toy, you get free admission. You get that free buffet while supplies last. We've never cleaned the buffet out completely before, have we?
No, they're
No.
very good at planning for that. They know how busy it'll get.
But you always have to say, while supplies last, just in case we get some true eaters.
Which I am.
You know, you are. Ashley's a true eater. Just in case a few slobs just clean it smooth out, some guy walks in and says, hey, where's the food? You got to throw that in while supplies last. Doors open at 6. Buffet also at 6. Cash bar. We will not be broadcasting live from the event, but we'll be there by damn as soon as we can when we get off the air at 9. Oh, and some gathering of the folks from Rick's Cabaret will be walking into our radio studios this morning.
Yeah, around 8:30, we'll have a few girls that are going to join us.
Well, then.
We're graced with their presence every year. It'll be fun to have them in.
They
You know,
always make our studio smell so good.
That's true. That's true.
Well, sometimes they make it smell like grass.
That's
yeah,
also
that has
true.
happened. Yeah.
I think Ashley means that what smells good.
yeah, that's what she's saying.
That's the pleasant smell you're referring to?
yes.
Thick green marijuana cigarettes?
Yeah, marijuana and vanilla.
Some of the side fun for the Rick's Cabaret event are the people that show up for the first time, getting a chance to meet them, and people say, I've been meaning to come for years, and they finally got to show up. And also the people looking around hoping that they don't get busted by their significant other or boss, something like that. There could be a first-timer this year, and I don't know how to feel about it. Over the weekend, my wife said, maybe I should show up. I've never gone to one of these before.
Is that going to make you uncomfortable?
Well, at first I thought, that'll be great. That'll be a lot. I've always tried to get her to go to a strip club, and I don't think when she was, I think she went to the VU when she was 18, kind of like what you do, right, until you're old enough to go to Rick's.
Sure.
So,
You've always tried to get her to go to a strip club?
Yeah, well, when the Thunder from Down Under was in town and Ashley was going, I was like, you got to go. Like, get some girlfriends together and go have some fun. And then for Rick's Cabaret, but she's always worked. Well, she's got this Friday off. So she said she was thinking about going out.
Ooh, I don't know, Josh. When I had my husband come one year, and I was like, that's enough.
Get out of here.
Yeah. It's like, you're kind of cramping my style. I have to, care about you during the, and I don't want to.
You make me feel obligated to talk to you
Exactly.
and acknowledge you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure.
Right, and you don't want to sit there and make sure he's having fun.
Exactly, Dana.
What's
You want to
the
have your
old
own fun.
Can I ask you something? Do you have to make sure somebody's having fun at a strip club?
That's his point.
Some
I
people.
think he'll be okay.
What's the old slogan? You don't bring sand to the beach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So why bring a significant other to the...
I don't think any of those beach bunnies are going to be interested in this guy, so...
You never
I could
think that
bring
any
us-
woman's ever interested in
True,
you.
my wife barely.
When I'm sure 5 or 6 of the girls at Rick's would love to fire you down. So, all right, so we might see Cubby wife.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll make it or not, but...
You're not comfortable at the strip joint.
I don't want to say that on a day they're coming in, but yeah, I'm not. I mean, I understand the appeal.
Josh stands there with his back towards the dancers.
I don't really, I'm a shoegazer.
Yep.
You try not to look.
Yeah, I'm a shoegazer.
You are so friggin' unique in many ways. You feel uncomfortable even looking at the girls.
Don't be... I do enjoy it. It's a fun time. It's fun to talk to people. But, yeah, when the girls come over or whatever, I'll be looking at the burliest man there or my shoes.
That's so great because I stare.
Oh, I know. And that's part of the fun for me is watching how excited you get and folks that are as excited as you are.
I always forget how great it is until I'm there.
It's a beautiful place. Hell, for many years, it was my home away from home.
Oh,
So
my
that's-
gosh.
that's it.
You're not kidding.
No, it was. Interesting, then, that, you're already sort of... The only word I can come up with is uncomfortable. Out of your element. You're already very out of your element there. I'm interested to read your body language Friday if you're standing next to your wife.
Well, you guys know her well enough to know she's so easygoing that, she's content wherever.
Can I throw a 2 girls at the same time lap dance her way?
I wonder how. I'd be interested to see how she responds.
Where they kind of teeter-totter right on your face. Have you seen the two girls at one time Ashley, of course,
Yes.
has seen. They use your face as a teeter-totter.
It's impressive.
So you think she'd be okay with that?
I don't know about the dance, but I think she'd be fine there.
One of the finest memories I have of all the years we've been doing the Toys for Tatas gimmick at Rick's Cabaret, 25 years, whatever it's been. One of the greatest moments was when we walked in and here come all the girls running across the bar to come say hello. And one of our promotions guys, big, tall sumbitch, he looked very uncomfortable, and after the girls walked away, he said, "Yeah, you see the one in the red right there?" And we said, "Yeah. Yeah, that's my niece." So I don't want to see any of you peckerheads getting a lap dance from her.
You just put a target on her.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many lap dances did you get from the one in red?
You see that one right there? We are not related whatsoever.
And we said, "Yeah, man, no problem. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, you better not. Don't be getting a lap dance from her. That's my niece." I mean, he went to take a piss. We had her sitting on our head within 30 seconds. She and I actually, on that day, truthfully, the two of us fell in love.
I remember that.
Yeah. I fell in love with his niece that day, and she fell in love with me.
And you went back and watched her perform a few times after that.
We had a little bit of a relationship there for a while.
Yeah. How did he take that? You guys were tight.
He was fine with it.
Yeah.
He was fine with it.
If anybody was going to have a relationship with her, I'd imagine he'd be cool with you.
Yeah, we were pretty tight, me and him. But so he goes off to take a piss. We all hollered, "Hey, get over here," to his niece. We'd like lap dances over here, just so when he came out to John, we could see his face.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was not pleased.
You know, there's so many great things about him, and I miss him quite a bit. He was really fun to be around. I think I told you this before, but we had a promotion at a Menards at like 9 in the morning on a Sunday.
Oh, nothing but fun.
And so we're in the way. I mean, you know I love Menards, but 9 a.m. on a Sunday, it wasn't necessarily the busiest. And so we had a lot of time to catch up. And all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, no." I'm like, "What is it?" And he says, "You see that blonde over there? I hooked up with her last night. And she was a 10. And I'm like, "Yeah, right." You know, I thought for sure he's just talking. And she came over and starts talking. She's like, "Hey, I had a good time," and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, "My God, he's telling the truth."
He didn't lie.
No, he was. There's no way the two of them should have been together, but they were, and he was being 100% truthful.
He was a player.
Yeah, he was.
And that's what was so odd about him making that request that none of us go near his stripper niece. Was if the situation was reversed, if it was my niece, he would have gone after her. Yeah, so don't be putting that on us. You know what I mean? He was a slut.
What did he call me?
The biggest pimp in
A pimp, that's right.
He called you a pimp. That's how he talked. Yeah. What's up, dude? Yeah. Nothing, dog. That's how he talked. And so one day I ran into him, years after he was done working in this building. And I ran into him and he says, "How's Josh doing?" "Yeah." For whatever reason, all of his sentences ended with "yeah." "How's Josh doing?" "Yeah." And I said, "Josh is great. He's got a wife now. He's got a couple of kids." And he says this, "Yeah, Josh a pimp."
Awesome.
I'll tell you this. You might be picturing something. He looked like a larger Kid Rock. Just a taller, larger Kid Rock.
I mean, like 5 or 6 times the size of Kid Rock, yeah.
Like 3 Kid Rocks together.
So we'll see about the folks from Rick's Cabaret coming in studio again. Fridays, Toys for Tatas. Plan on being there. We know you'll do the right thing. And then Saturday night, your need for alcohol can also benefit some deserving children this holiday season. All you got to do is come drink at the Stanchion in Corcoran Saturday night. We're helping out their Toys for Tots event. We're joining their guest bartending event Saturday night at the Stanchion. I believe this is our 3rd year.
Yep.
That's right, Ashley, 3rd year.
Yep, 3rd year. So much fun.
That we've helped out, and we're always honored to be invited Wonderful people at the Stanchion. Cool little joint up there in Corcoran. They've really been gaining a lot of steam over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I mean, it's becoming a really popular joint, so we're honored to be invited. So the more drinks you buy, the more monies go to Toys for Tots. This is Saturday, specifically from 9 to 10:30. Ashley, C. Willie Miles, and I will be behind the bar, mixing drinks as best we can, trying to make as much money as we can for the cause. We'll also be joined behind the bar by our old friend Terry Train.
I saw Terry on Friday, and she mentioned she was excited to go out there and hang out with everybody.
Mm-hmm. So come on by and buy yourself a cold one. There'll be other groups starting at like 6 o'clock. There's like a rotating cast of bartenders. So it's kind of a competition. From like 6 to 7:30, some local farmers from the Corcoran area will be behind the bar. After that, there's going to be some TV people. I'm forgetting who exactly. I can get you more detailed information as we get closer to the event. And then, so it's kind of a competition as to which groups can perform the best behind the bar and make the most money. Specifically, we will be behind the bar, me, Ashley, C. Willie Miles, and Terry Train, from 9 to 10:30 on Saturday night.
And Ashley's a professional bartender.
She's very good.
And you got yelled at last year for not being a professional bartender.
I'm not good. I'm not good at it. All I know is beer.
Can you just be the beer guy? Ashley, is that cool? Like if there's just a beer guy, or is that not
We
work?
really can't.
Yeah, that works.
I don't think that's going to handicap us. That's going to slow us down.
Would it really?
Yes. If all I'm doing is beer, I'm going to miss out on some orders because it gets
that's
very,
probably
very
true.
busy. I do my best, but as I've mentioned on this radio show, I was raised by beer drinkers. I'm a beer drinker. I know jack squat about hard liquor. I know jack squat about seltzers. And the most frustrated a customer ever got with me, I think it was last year. And it's very loud. And so, in a loud bar, I can pick out someone saying Budweiser from across the bar because I've heard Budweiser since I was 1 year old, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
But when folks are shouting out these drinks that I've never heard of in a loud bar, it's even more difficult to decipher because I've never heard a human being say that out loud before. The one where a guy had every reason to be mad at me was when he said, I need 5 Don Julios. And I said, what? Don Julios. And I was like, John Olo? Because it's so loud. And so when he finally made it clear, he's like, Don Julio. I had to say, well, what is that? I don't.
I don't know either.
Right. I don't remember what it is now. But so yeah, I struggle back there. I do because I just
Did
don't.
you not realize the situation that you guys weren't bartenders? You're helping out. It was a charity event.
Well,
Oh, no,
honestly,
I think he knew the situation.
And he still got frustrated?
It's just the fact that, and I don't blame him. He had to
it's
say
tequila. It's like one of the most common tequilas anyone can order.
I'll go
I
along
wouldn't have
with
known
it.
that either.
You may be lying to me. I wouldn't know. But no, he knew the situation, but I don't blame him. He had to scream it 5 times before I even heard what he said, and then I had to ask him what it was.
I was at a bar once where this girl's like, hey, I'm going to buy you a shot of Patron. And I was trying to be polite. I said, oh, cool, thank you very much. I had no idea what it was, and she was expecting a bigger response. So it's fancy, right, Ashley?
It's a little bit more expensive than the basic stuff.
Yes. Okay. So she's looking at me like, you don't appreciate Patron. And then I was embarrassed, and I said, I'm sorry. I would have shown as much appreciation as you expected, but I don't know what that is. I'd never heard of it before.
She's like, gosh, darn it, I could have just got him some crappy liquor.
Could have gotten rail tequila and he would have been fine.
No way I'd be able to tell the difference.
So I'm the weak link back there, no question, just because of my lack of knowledge overall when it comes to anything other than beer. Ashley's very skilled back there.
And you are a little hard of hearing.
My hearing sucks, especially in a noisy joint.
It's very, very loud in there.
So it'll be me, Ashley, C. Willie Miles, and Terry Train. We'll be doing our best because the more drinks we sell, the more money goes to Toys for Tots. And it's just a cool vibe and a cool event.
Do they ever try to test you knowing that you're not actual bartenders and try to throw some fancy mixed shots your way to see if you can make them?
Yeah, I'll tell him no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Dana, it goes by so fast.
Sure.
and you're working so fast. Yeah, I don't. If anyone has ever effed me in that fashion, I don't recall. Just because you, I mean, I get down to my tank top back there. You sweat your nuts off.
I was
Oh
just
my
going to
gosh,
ask if
yeah.
you're going to dress sexy.
You sweat your nuts off.
I mean, I
back
want
there.
Coyote Ugly out of you.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
so hot,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, we got pictures from a couple years ago. I think I was in a wife beater just because I was completely sweating my
You know what I'll be doing that night?
Saturday night.
Saturday night. So my son has a basketball tournament at my alma mater.
Sure.
And I might be running the board just like I did about 33, 34 years, or it's the scoreboard,
Scoreboard.
33, 34 years ago.
Oh, be
Oh.
careful. Parents get crabby.
Yep.
They always
What,
need.
what do you mean? Now there's pressure.
Oh, yeah. Like if you accidentally hit, 2 points for the visiting team as opposed to the home team, they'll get on you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I so far I've been pretty lucky with that. I haven't, so far I ran the board for about 6, 7 games. I didn't even mean that.
Aw.
I did not mean that. Back in, 1991.
So
maybe.
every game, a parent needs to run the scoreboard, and it's your turn.
Well, yeah, you have volunteer jobs, right? And so that I think they might need somebody.
Well, that's kind of exciting. Lots has changed, I imagine, technologically with running the scoreboard.
I would think so.
Going back to you were an 8th grader or something. You
No,
said?
in high school.
High school.
So, like maybe a sophomore.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
You can show your son around the school. Yeah, see that locker? That's where they stuffed me back in the day.
And that locker. And,
that
we can
one.
go upstairs for 2 more.
Do you want to see the locker room?
I did that with my older kids when they had tournaments there. So like maybe Cam didn't, but Allie had volleyball and table tennis. I think a couple of those.
Sweet.
And I tried to show them around like, hey, this was this, and nobody had any interest whatsoever.
You see that trophy case over there, kids? I had nothing to do with that.
Well, when I went there, it was empty.
oh, really?
Yeah. That was except there's maybe some dance line. And I mean, that school has changed so
Oh,
much.
big
It's
time.
really fancy at this point. But so Saturday night, I'll let you guys know if I get yelled at if I get to run that thing.
Going back to your old alma mater to run the scoreboard for some 8th grade basketball.
Yep.
It's the dream right there.
And the first team is they're playing my wife's alma mater, and so she's deciding if she wants to cheer for her son or her old school.
Oh, man.
Her old school.
Grudge match.
That's
So far,
way
that's the way
cooler.
she's leaning.
I mean,
Yeah.
how's your son, more importantly, my godson's team, how many times do you think you'll have to attend to the scoreboard? You know what I'm talking about? How
It depends on the game. I mean, it's
10 or 12 baskets,
No,
maybe?
a couple of games they were in the 40s.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Like they won 2 out of 3 yesterday in Northfield.
Maybe for the first 8-10 minutes of the ball game, you just sit there with your thumb up your ass.
It's possible. There's been a couple of games like that.
Is anybody going to put the ball into the basket?
Well, you do wonder, like, hey, they realize, like, the goal is to get it into the basket. Or did
Right.
anybody show up today? They have their moments for sure.
There you go.
If your kid's in that tournament, my son will be the one that's going to get probably 1 traveling call per game. So if you see that kid out there, that's him.
He has trouble taking steps, huh?
Yeah. I had to ask you and Shaver for some advice on how to get that to stop.
Better traveling than a technical foul.
Well, I don't know. Weren't you a technical foul guy?
Big time. Lots of awkward car rides home, Josh.
Take after Uncle Dana.
yeah.
Just never stop dribbling. That's how you avoid traveling. Never stop. What else is going on? Did I miss anything?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent start.
Yeah, I don't think I missed anything.
Dana came in to let us know how cold it was this
Yeah,
morning.
I wanted to make sure you guys noticed it too. That it was pretty cold outside.
Yeah, it
today.
kind of
Thank
sucks.
you.
A few people are already texting in saying they have innies. They used to have an Audi, but
Yep.
they have an innie today.
Not anymore.
I'm lucky that I barely noticed because the only time I'm ever outside is just the walk from my car to places.
Oh, you don't park on the street, huh?
Nope.
Good for you.
It is really good, Dana. I don't have to brush my car off in the morning when it snows.
I might not make it in today just due to, is it carbon monoxide from the car? Because I'll let my car warm up from the second I wake up to when. I mean, it's 8 minutes from when I wake up to when I leave.
In the
Pull out
garage,
my
you
drive.
just
yeah,
let it go.
just to let it go.
Worth the risk, man.
I figure 8 minutes isn't going to kill anybody.
No.
Yeah, it sucks out there. I think by the weekend it's supposed to be even colder, so hang on to your ass. Here's a question that came in from a listener named Jacob about our Rick's Cabaret Toys for Tatas event Friday morning. Is it a 21-plus kind of a setup? Yes. You got to be 21 to walk into the joint. Thank you for asking. Sorry if that was not the answer you wanted to hear. 21 and up.
Yeah, they got the full bar there, and it's always fun when you see people kind of meandering towards the bar as it gets closer to liquor time. You know, they kind of just kind of sidestep over. Oh, yeah, well, look like we're getting closer. I'm going to be front row by the bar once they start serving.
Yeah, the one thing we miss not broadcasting, meaning it's a missed opportunity, is the cheering as soon as the bar
opens.
starts serving booze.
People love to drink. And I've received, before we go, I've received a text or two from folks who hung out with our Krampus friends over the weekend.
Awesome.
Minnesota Krampus was in studio Friday telling us all about what they do this time of year. And they were a big hit. And a couple of our listeners went to an event or two with the Krampus folks and had a great time and just wanted to say thanks.
A buddy of mine texted, and they went to Egan High School on Friday. So they had a Krampus walking around the halls.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I don't know what the situation was, but he sent me a video of one of the guys it's either one of the guys that was here or somebody about the same height in the exact same outfit. Mm-hmm. So they ran there, and the kids were loving it. You know, you just see a big group of kids follow them in the hall taking videos and pictures.
Thanks again, Krampus folks. You're very well loved in this community. All right, we got to take a break. You're a terrific crowd. Yeah, it's awful cold. It's Monday and all that, but we'll do our best to pull you through. When we come back, we'll dump that stupid news on you. So we'll be back in a few minutes here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets and a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Kevin Harlan here. The NBA on Prime Crew is back, and the quest for the Emirates NBA Cup is center court once again. Group play is over. Now the remaining 8 teams do battle in the knockout rounds, and Prime is your exclusive home for all the action. It all starts with the quarterfinals. 2 consecutive nights of can't-miss NBA doubleheaders this Tuesday and Wednesday night. If you're not a Prime member, sign up for a 30-day free trial to get started today. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details. The Emirates NBA Cup quarterfinals, Tuesday and Wednesday night, only on Prime.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I wasn't the only one who was completely kicked back in their chair thinking that the show was over.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's close.
I think all of us kind of reacted the same.
It's Monday. We all kind of forgot that we have to go back on the air. But here we are. And I have a fresh pile for you. Fresh pile of pages here. It's today's Stupid News Report. We're going to kick this thing in the ass with a couple of those stories that'll teach you. This will show you that it ain't over till it's, by God, over. An older lady over there in Thailand. Well, 65 years old. Not necessarily elderly. She checked out. Or so everyone thought. After a while, she was found to be alive again. Right before they were all set to toss her into the fire. As Dawkins used to say, into the fire. They were headed for the crematorium. The old gal was laid out in the back of the crematorium mobile in a coffin. And someone noticed that she was actually not dead.
Glad they said something.
This happens way more often than I'm comfortable with.
It does seem to happen.
Yeah.
Luckily, it seems it's other countries. Either that or we're better at burying it here.
Yeah, we just
pardon the pun.
Yeah.
It does often come from faraway places. Maybe we have a better skill set over here when it comes to determining whether or not a human being is alive or dead. I don't know. So again, she's declared dead. They put her in the coffin. They put her in the crematorium van. They're headed off to the crematorium, and she's actually alive. Apparently, there's a morbid-looking video out there somewhere on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw it. It's not very respectful.
93x.com have this video?
No, I haven't
I don't
seen
know if I
this.
sent it to Ashley.
Do we not want to show it because Josh called it disrespectful?
I'll send it to you, Ashley. You've had training.
All right, I'll see.
The video was shot by somebody in the windowless crematorium van. And it shows the gal, from what I understand, because I haven't seen the video, it shows the gal lying in a coffin, but she's slightly moving her arms and head. And that's when everyone said, damn, this one's still got something left. So is that pretty much what it was, Josh?
Well, it's weird because it's actually like a pickup truck, essentially, that she's in, and the casket's open. So they must have heard something, or they just don't have tops of caskets there. And there's a guy filming her, and then there's a guy filming the guy filming her.
Yeah.
Why are they
And
filming?
she's squirming in there, so she's very obviously alive. Just wondering who the heck has adjusted the thermostat. Why is it so hot? Can you imagine you're just about to be thrown in that oven? Hold on a second here.
I hope I'm not aware. I hope she wasn't aware of how close she came to being thrown into the oven alive.
She looked out of it.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird. I'm going to skip posting this.
Yeah,
It's kind of a strange
that was my
situation
thought.
here.
So someone's filming the lady and someone's filming the person who's filming the lady.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for this? The first sign that this lady wasn't actually dead yet was when a couple people in the van heard a faint knocking coming from inside the coffin.
It's got to be terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yellow.
One sumbitch who was inside the truck or the van or whatever it was, one sumbitch said, quote, I was a bit surprised.
A bit.
Yeah, I'd be a bit surprised as well.
As you might imagine, the driver man of that crematorium mobile, who needed a clean pair of shorts, he changed routes at that point when they saw the lady moving around and headed for the nearest hospital as quick as they could. I think the gal is still breathing, but I can't be sure. But
Yeah.
I'd say she's earned herself a couple of cold beers.
I agree with you. You're right. It seems like, you hear these stories and they're like, my, miraculous. She has passed on. Like it's like the next day or something.
And she's gone.
And doesn't it usually seem like it's women from these stories? For whatever reason, they have trouble telling if a girl's. You know why? Because the sure way to test is to tell a fart joke or a penis joke, and if they smile, okay, they're still alive. Maybe women are more mature than us, Ashley, and they can hold in their laughter.
No.
That's not the case?
Nope.
Josh, I think you're right. Now that you bring it up, I think it usually is women who are misdiagnosed, if that's the proper word. Where, yeah, she's a goner. Hour later, she's not. Here's someone who has texted in, smile like a donut for me. Smile like a donut for me. Jesus. That's a first for me. Sorry, I stammered while reading your Jesus name. I think this is our first time reading one of your texts. Josh was saying, why does it seem like they have such trouble in faraway places determining alive or dead? Smile like a donut for me, Jesus says. I'm pretty sure they know the difference. They just don't care. They might not. I don't know.
You know, some people do have that mentality that, hey, it's not my job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to drive her to wherever. I don't need to check if she's dead or alive.
Not my problem.
We embalm people here, says the perv printer. He has also texted in, the perv printer. We embalm people over here. That's why it doesn't happen here. I don't know what he means by that. What does he mean by that? Anybody?
Not sure.
Maybe you can tell somebody's dead if they scream when you start embalming them.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Go ahead and text us again, the perv printer, because I'm not sure what you mean by that. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit from that last dead but then not dead story that I just told you. But here's another effing horror movie, Night of the Living Dead type story. In this one, people are getting sued. In England, a 54-year-old gal, she dropped to the floor at her house due to a seizure. She was pronounced dead by paramedics. But, F me running, she kicked out of it at one point or another, and she was found alive, laid out at the stinking morgue. Olive is her name. Well, I should say was her name, because shortly after she woke up alive in the morgue, she died again.
Scared to death.
I'm sure we have paramedics that listen to the show. I want to know, like, how hard is it to mispronounce somebody dead?
We don't know. They need to tell us.
I imagine there's a lot of steps you have to go through, and then you're like, all right, yep, they are definitely dead.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just like, I don't see them breathing. They're done.
I don't think it's that easy. I know we have paramedics listening, and I'm fairly sure they've answered this question before. But maybe they can text us again and say and tell us what the process is. So again, Olive, the 54-year-old woman in England, she drops like a rock at her own home. She had a seizure. She's pronounced dead by paramedics. But then...
Oh, there goes your neck, Dana.
No, that was me this time.
It was Ashley's neck.
Yeah.
You know, why is it that these mics can't seem to properly amplify our voices?
Yeah, they're terrible
so
sounding
true.
microphones.
Everything's all crackly and staticky and mics fade in and out, but they can hear every bodily function from inside our bodies.
That's such a good question. Why is that?
And
They're very sensitive to gutturals.
yeah.
Not syllables, but just gutturals. They're going to pick those up.
Gal woke up in the morgue. Her family's suing everybody. And part of their beef is, at least the word is, after she woke up, she's dead, she wakes up. After she woke up, her family says that nobody did a damn thing for her for 2 hours.
What?
She wasn't taken to a hospital or anything like that, so her family is all like, what the F? She had died and then woke up, and nobody at the morgue thought it would be a good idea to call a doctor? She laid there while they just poked at her for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'd probably sue.
Well, what do we... she's alive, but it is lunch break.
Okay, it's an afternoon problem.
Maybe if one of you morgue dildos would have said something or taken her to a hospital right away, instead of staring at her for 2 hours, she would have lived, her family says. Come on, Cubby, that ain't right.
No, not at all. I mean, they've got a pretty good argument there.
Okay. This is very morbid, but people are texting in what it means to be embalmed. You know, who was it? Someone texted in earlier. The perv printer said, "We embalm people over here. That's why we are better at determining who is alive and who is dead." Embalming involves filling you with some kind of fluid to...
Yeah. So how does that...
I don't, yeah.
So somebody who embalms someone, is their official title an embalmer? And if so, would they have a song?
I know where you're going with this. Embalmer. You know, said Daddy me snow me, I go play 'em. A licky boom boom down. Detective man did it better did it coming on the lane. Embalmer.
You'd have to play that anytime you entered the morgue.
Hell yes, you have.
You're the fun embalmer.
Why the hell didn't Weird Al ever parody Infalmer and call it Embalmer?
Yeah, it'd be cool to send him a message, but he's a genius and a talent. He doesn't need any ideas. He's got them all. A paramedic had texted in and said, "We usually call the doctor. The doctor tells us to call it, judging on the signs."
Huh. It ain't over till it's over, everybody.
Okay, this is Yawning Awning Jesus said to make sure all you have to do is you run them over. You just keep running them over.
Double tap.
Yeah, all right, they're dead now for sure.
Great zombie.
That guy's
actually.
That guy's basically flat. He's dead.
Oh, I'm going to have a tough time shaking that new parody song you came up with, Josh. Embalmer. Man, that stinking song was everywhere for about a year and a half, wasn't it?
Oh, my gosh, yeah. Okay, so Chaos Coordinator Jesus said EMT.
She is an EMT?
I'm assuming that's what she means. Yes, EMT for 7 years. There's a lot of steps to declaring someone who's dead, at least in my case. If there isn't obvious signs of death, you hook them up to a monitor, you listen, your partner listens, the coroner listens, the same thing. You have a medical director also declares death on the scene, plus not to mention all the police officers and first responders on scene, so I have no idea how this happened.
I'm glad there's a lot of people it has to go through.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
Yeah,
a lot of red tape. Nobody likes red tape, but in this case, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want like some new EMT. I'm like the first dead body he ever sees, and he's the only one that's like, "Yep, she's dead." No,
Man.
I want some more people to check it out first.
HVAC/R and stuff, Jesus said he thinks he knows why. These other countries are terrible at figuring out if people are alive or dead because, you see, they have a cousin which needs a new kidney, so you're pronouncing everyone dead in hopes your cousin gets a new kidney.
Dang.
Oh, not the real Jesus said they just use a magic 8-ball for all their death determination.
It's certainly a goat rodeo over there. Far away places. It seems to be a problem determining who is alive and who is not. Going in a completely different direction here. Did I tell you guys about the guy who pissed in a plastic bottle and then put it on the shelf at a convenience store hoping that someone would buy the bottle and then drink his piss? Did I mention that guy yet?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, his name is Coda. He's from China. And his plan damn near worked. Someone did buy the bottle off the shelf at the convenience store. The bottle of his piss. But once they spun the cap off that bottle and the smell hit them, they knew something wasn't right. They didn't drink it, or at least they didn't admit to drinking it. The squeege. They did not admit to drinking the squeege. Coda has been arrested for that. He's 26 years old.
26.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Dude. I mean, at any age, it's stupid, but, I mean, if it's like a 13-year-old, their brain's nowhere near developed. They're going to do stupid things.
Right.
That's very stupid, but 26.
Coda has been arrested. He works at the convenience store, or at least he used to. So here's Coda now. This is what he said to the cops when he was arrested for trying to trick someone into drinking his pee-pee. He said it was just a prank. I was frustrated because things haven't been going well at work.
Oh, yeah, so let's just take it out on some innocent bystander.
Yeah, sometimes when I need to blow off some steam, I go to the local gas station and pee in a bottle.
It was a bottle of tea that he unscrewed the cap, he poured the tea into the sink, and then he put his pee where there used to be tea. Then he screwed the cap back on the bottle, put it on the shelf.
If he really wanted to fool them, he should have just done half and half. You
Half
can't
and-
just go all pee. It's got to be like half tea, half pee.
Maybe.
Like the world's worst Arnie Palmer.
Yeah.
What about half water, half pee? You think he
No,
coulda-
because you have to have something that has a smell.
Okay.
You could call it TP. It's a TP.
He was frustrated at work, Josh. Well, now he doesn't have a job at all.
In high school, a friend of mine kept getting his lunch stole out of his locker. We weren't allowed to put locks on our lockers. And so somebody stole it a few times a week. So we sabotaged one once, and it was stolen, but we never had the satisfaction of finding out if anybody consumed anything. And it was a big, back when Gatorade came in glass bottles, it was half full of pee, half full of yellow Gatorade. He was a very talented artist. And so he laced one of those Nestle's candy bar with X-Lax, right? He got that perfect on there. Did a few other things. I can't remember everything else he did. The lunch was stolen. Oh, Ipecac. He put some Ipecac urine,
wow.
and if you're not familiar, it makes you barf.
Ipecac, urine,
And then the Gatorade.
and the Gatorade were all mixed together.
Mixed together. So we never found out if anybody got sick or who it was, but it was cool just kind of waiting and praying that it would get stolen that day.
Somebody violently throwing up in the lunchroom.
Who's that kid that died from Ipecac and urine?
Throwing up,
He's a lunch stealer.
spraying diarrhea.
All at the same time.
Why were you not allowed? I know this has nothing to do with the story, but why were you not allowed to have locks on your lockers?
I don't know.
Just to cut.
I guess just so you couldn't have any contraband in there to hide something. Yeah, we weren't allowed to.
Yeah, that's really surprising because, I mean, it was obviously way more common, I believe, when I was in high school for people to have that kind of stuff on them. And we could lock our lockers, but we did have drug dogs that came.
Oh, yeah, see, we never
often.
had those.
That was pretty cool. I always
was-
got pretty excited to see the dogs.
There was no such thing as drugs or dogs when I was in school.
Yeah, me neither.
There was no reason for the two of them to have a relationship at all. The old X-Lax trick, heard for years about. I never thought anyone had the balls to actually go through with it. I'm talking about in grade school. You always heard that joke. Put an X-Lax in someone's coffee or something. I always thought, no one really does that. And then we did it. We put some X-Lax tablets in a teacher's coffee. And, of course, in our minds, we thought there would be this movie moment, this motion picture moment, where the teacher would be in mid-sentence and then she'd go and have to run out of the room while feces was flying out of her. But she just got very uncomfortable and sweaty. I remember even as a sixth grade kid thinking, this doesn't really work. This is just a joke. This is just an old wives' tale that. So we didn't have that perfect moment where she was having uncontrollable diarrhea in front of us. She just had to leave the room for an hour because she was just a barrel of sweat.
Dana and Ashley, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but way before you guys worked here, we had a general manager. We had a problem. Somebody was stealing lunches. People stole anything that wasn't bolted down around here. But somebody was stealing lunches out of the one of the fridges back there in the old lunchroom. And she put out a memo. I mean, nowadays she'd be sued or in jail or certainly fired, that she tampered with a lunch to find out who it was. And X-Lax was a part of it.
Really?
And this is like the most buttoned-up woman you'd ever meet. I mean, just a real hard edge to her. And, I mean, just as corporate as you can get. But she said she did that.
Wow. Did they
After
find
she-
out who did it?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Did you ever hear anything, Nick?
Never heard a word.
Yeah, so I'm guessing. I mean, she sent out a warning email, so I mean, I'm sure whoever it was like, I'm not going to be doing that.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
you got to be careful doing that kind of stuff, though.
I went
I
to-
had in I think it was middle school. Yeah, there was an art teacher that nobody liked, and so somebody put clay in her coffee.
Clay?
Yeah, I don't know, like molding clay, whatever you do in art.
Oh, sure, art teacher. I
Yeah.
was totally lost there for a second. Yeah, the molding clay that you have in art class.
Yeah, she ended up having to go to the hospital. It was like a whole situation.
Jeez. Wow.
I was like, you probably shouldn't have done that.
Back to this GM that worked here. I went to lunch with her once. She
Yeah,
asked me
I
to
know
lunch.
you did.
Well, she asked me. What was I supposed to say?
You should have said, no, we
No.
don't like you.
She's going to end up poisoning you if you do that.
She was the least liked person. She never gave anyone a reason to like her.
She was very unfriendly.
But as soon as she asked Josh to go to lunch, oh, sure, where and when?
Well, I had actually a pretty decent relationship with her, but I'd have to hide it. But she was very unfriendly, to say the least. We went to lunch, and I wish how would you describe this woman? I mean, just she looked funny. Everything about her was kind of goofy. But
Hard to come up with words to describe. But I remember thinking, oh, Josh wants to be on the other side. You know what I mean?
well, she was gone.
I felt like you crossed enemy lines.
I understand.
And betrayed us when you went to lunch with her.
Yeah, and I certainly didn't mean to, but I agreed, and so we go to an Italian restaurant. And how old would you say she was? 60s?
I have no idea.
She's kind of one of those people who's tough to tell.
Yeah, 50s.
And we're getting ready to eat, and after we order, she put on a bib. I've never, outside of a baby, I'd never
What?
seen that before.
It's a hell of a move.
Dude, that is so... And was it like a legit bib?
It was like a
too?
plastic bib that she had like in her purse.
Just bizarre.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Well, all right, let me ask you something. What's the most amount of money you ever found?
$20?
Yeah, I think $20.
$5.
Oh, yeah? I found like $200-300 in a drawer once.
Oh, wow.
My drawer, junk drawer, where I'd been stashing cash in there. And then when I needed to buy a case of beer or a can of chew, I could go to that junk drawer and, oh, there's 20, there's 25, 30, whatever. What I didn't realize is that over time, because there was so much garbage in the junk drawer, some money was being pushed to the back of the drawer. And one day I pulled it all the way out of the dresser, because there was so much garbage in there. And I didn't realize that over time I had pushed about $200 or $300 to the back of that drawer. That was an incredible feeling, especially when you're 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, I want that feeling now. Ugh.
Let me tell you a thing or two about a gal from Pennsylvania called Brianna. The wildly misinformed and godless social media people are all talking about Brianna. She says she was charged with disorderly conduct for pocketing an abandoned $20 bill. Now, here's the story she tells. Back in September, Brianna and her little sister went to Walmart to pick up supplies for a little special event the two of them were getting involved in. They went to pick up some supplies for a craft night.
Oh, fun.
Ooh, I thought Ashley was the wild one.
I love craft nights,
do?
dude. Yeah.
Look at these two, Brianna and her little sister going to Walmart to load up for craft night. Anyways, at the self-checkout counter setup, Brianna saw a $20 bill that had been left behind by somebody else. Brianna says there wasn't anybody right in front of her in line that obviously dropped the 20 right then and there. She says there weren't any employees around, so she figured it's my lucky day. She pocketed the 20. She and her sister left Walmart, didn't think much of it. A week later, she gets a call from the local police. Someone had apparently reported the money missing.
I don't think I would do that for $20.
Yeah, but some would. Some would.
Yeah, unless, I'm desperate.
You're not the type, but I know people who they have an eye on their very last penny, and they know where it is at all times. So someone reported the money missing, a $20 bill. The store Walmart reviewed their security cameras. The cops tracked down Brianna because they saw her on video grabbing that 20. They told her that in Pennsylvania, yes, I mentioned that earlier, that Brianna is in Pennsylvania. If money is left on the ground or anywhere else, it's a crime if you take it without making a, quote, reasonable attempt to find the owner. True story, I guess, in the state of Pennsylvania, and I'm sure other places, but specifically we're talking about Pennsylvania.
I guess when I found that $5 on the street, I should have just screamed at the top of my lungs, "Is this anybody's $5?"
Put an ad in the paper.
Yeah.
She, by law, Brianna was required to ask someone at the store, ask someone nearby, hey, is this your $20 or do you know who it belongs to? The cops even went on to say they were going to charge her with disorderly conduct.
Yeah, but somebody's going to just say yes and then take the 20 and it's not theirs. So
Well, but that's the law. You need to say something. You can't just pick it up and walk away. This is probably something that's been on the books since 1803.
Right.
yeah.
And after a short period of time, Brianna posted an update on this situation, saying she's gotten herself a lawyer to see if he can get the charge dismissed. She returned the 20 back to Walmart. She says she even initially offered to pay the real owner of the $20 bill $50 to make this all go away. But the cops are dicks, she says, and they told her it's too late. We're charging you with disorderly conduct anyways.
Oh my gosh, just take 40, take 50.
I think I'd like my cops to be spending their time doing something else. Can you imagine, too, as the Walmart security's looking through this video about 20 people shoplifted?
Yeah, exactly.
So, this is all legit under Pennsylvania law. You got to make an effort to locate the owner when you find monies laying around.
What's the cutoff before you guys would get nervous? Where you'd think, oh, this is the mafia's money or something like that.
100.
Cartel. Yeah,
I'd
over
say, like,
100.
If I find a $100 bill, I would think, okay, this is enough money to where I should ask some questions.
Oh, I would think like 300 because I would think about like what the ATM limit is.
Well,
You know.
I mean,
So you find $250, like in the same situation at a store at the checkout, $250, $275, you just put it in your pocket and think nothing of it? You're not going to ask anybody anything over $250, $275? Come on.
So I wouldn't think it was like sketchy, but I would like look around and see if it was anybody's money.
Would you talk to anybody over $275? Come on,
I
yeah,
don't
of course you
know,
have
because
to.
that's because
That ain't
I
chickens.
imagine if you go up to like a help desk, that 90% of the time those people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, give it to us, and we'll find the rightful owner," and then they're going to pocket it anyway.
You've got this idea that everyone's crooked. That
I mean, aren't they?
I don't know. For $100, I would start to think, gosh, whoever's this is, I mean, that's a lot of money, right? And this could mean a lot to that person.
Yeah, I would probably feel guilty for a while.
Probably my cutoff would be anything like 60 and above.
you ask somebody.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money.
You know, yeah, because now that I think about it, if that happened to me, I would be absolutely devastated
Yeah.
if nobody returned it.
$275, $300, you'd be
Yeah, you guys are right.
And depending on what you make, I mean, $100 that can take a while, right? So yeah, I think you'd have to shoot. Maybe even 20 would be the tops.
It says here, other states who have a similar law where you need to, doesn't matter how much money it is, you need to say something. You can't just pick it up and put it in your pocket. Other states are much more lax as long as it's below $100.
So here's a good example. This person says, I found a wallet in a snowy street, $3,000 in cash.
Oh!
Wow.
A guy left it on top of his car at a gas station, pulled away. They tracked him down, got it back to him. It turns out he had his identity stolen, and it was all the money he had to his name.
Oh.
Yeah, but I have to ask, what if that wallet didn't have an ID in it and it was just straight cash? So you had
Homie.
no idea whose it was?
That was everything the sumbitch had to live on.
Yeah.
And so he returned it, this individual who texted in.
Yep.
I bet that's Peckerhead was pretty thankful.
Wolfpack Softball Jesus said, doesn't matter the amount. Finders, keepers, biznatch.
I don't believe that BS.
I did find a purse at a park when I was younger, and I brought it home back to my parents. Like, we need to find this lady. And so we ended up tracking her down and finding her, and she ended up giving me like $20
Nice.
for finding her purse. So
You're right, though, Ashley. Like, if there are plenty of people where if you say, "Is this your $20?" They're going to, "Oh yeah, thank you so much."
Yeah, exactly, Josh. One time at my favorite bar in my 20s, it was a packed place every night, and I went to go take cash out of the ATM, and there was $100 just sitting there. Like, clearly some drunk just forgot to take their money. So I brought it up to my favorite bartender. I go, "Hey, there's $100. Should we try to track it down?" She goes, "Every drunk in this place is going to claim it's their $100. Just buy drinks for me and tip me." I go, "Okay."
Okay.
Yeah, many
You're the
years
boss.
ago.
Yeah.
Many years ago, me and a bro were going to the Vikings game. We stopped at a gas station, and my buddy wanted to get cash for the ball game. I just needed a can of Chew and a Mountain Dew or whatever. So I'm at the register ringing up my goods, and I see my buddy over at the cash machine, and I see his face completely change from his regular expression to kind of one of total and complete fear. And then I'm thinking to myself, what the hell's going on over there? I thought maybe he was trying to get cash and there was none there for him because he just looked frozen in fear. Next thing you know, he's coming over me going, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, let's go, let's go. And I'm like, dude, I'm waiting to ring up my Chew and my Pop. Keep it in your pants. He's like, no, go, let's go now. Okay, fine. So I follow him out to the car. I say, what's your problem? Well, he walked up to the cash machine to pull out $100, and the damn thing malfunctioned. It was spitting all kinds of... it turned into a slot machine.
Oh, my God.
And spit like $600-700 out. So he's like, let's get the hell out of here before somebody says anything. And we did.
That's a
Did he
dream
ever
right
get
there.
bought? I mean, they got cameras and everything on
Oh,
those.
this was 1991.
Okay, so maybe not.
No,
then,
there
huh?
was nobody knew Dick. So we had a great time in Minneapolis that day.
Oh, I'll bet.
A great time.
Jeff found a loophole here. Okay, let's say $100 is your threshold. Or if it's $100, I got to turn this in.
Right.
He said, now what if you picked up that 100, but then laid back a $1 bill? Is that less than 100? Yes, it is. You haven't hit the threshold. So you can feel good about yourself.
I gave him some change. Gave him they change
I
back.
didn't reach that 100.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
At the start of this quarter, JMU Athletic Director Matt Roan had to address the fans.
The officials and game management will throw a penalty. Please stop throwing snow. Thank you.
The James Madison University students were having too much fun at their home game the other night against Troy. The kids were tossing snowballs on the field, and it got to be such a pain in the ass that the voice you heard there, that was James Madison's athletic director, who had to get on a live mic and tell him to cut it out. Reminded me of the old Sam Weish routine. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but Sam Weish used to coach the Cincinnati Bengals back in the Boomer Esiason era when they went to a couple of Super Bowls, and there was a home game at Cincinnati where the crowd was, I forgot if they were throwing snowballs or garbage or beer bottles onto the field or something, and Sam Weish had to grab a friggin' live mic to try to calm the crowd down. And the famous line that he dumped that Sunday afternoon was, he said, "Come on, people, this isn't Cleveland." And then it also, seeing that athletic director out on the field trying to get kids to stop throwing snowballs, reminded me of when Tom Kelly had to try and stop the college kids at the old Metrodome from throwing dollar hot dogs at Chuck Knobloch.
And batteries, of all things.
Now, I don't think TK ever got on the mic. He just kind of went out there and kind of did the cliche hand gesture for calm down, like,
Chill.
Okay, everybody, chill out. Oh, man. They were throwing snowballs at the opposition.
Wasn't it specifically at the punter, too, which is kind of hilarious?
Yes. In this case, they're throwing at the punter.
Punter was backed up into the end zone. They could reach him easily from the stands, yeah. So the Washington Commodores ended up being the perfect little cupcake that the Vikings needed, huh?
Yeah, that's a mood booster.
Yeah, it really was.
That's what they need.
Pretty unexpected.
They do need a mood boost over there.
Everybody needs a slump buster now and again.
Yeah, slump buster.
You've been somebody's slump buster.
Oh, absolutely. And I was proud to do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Doesn't bother me at all.
Who am I?
Doesn't bother any of us in the least bit to think that we were somebody's slump buster. Yeah, so the Vikes whooped the Commodores at the new Metrodome yesterday. We can talk all about it with Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder when they swing by. I'm sure they're pumped. Timberwolves have a game tonight at home against Phoenix. Pigs tonight play a completely unnecessary game against a completely unnecessary team, the Seattle Kraken. Again, Shaver, Ryder, in a half hour. Don't go anywheres. Josh's news report is coming right quick.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets and a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think that our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. But refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. We chase greatness. We chase legacy. We never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hey, y'all. It's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Half-assed Morning Show.
They're loud, they lose control, they do their little circus act, they're a nuisance.
93X.
Goes from the bottom to the top in Anne Arundel County, and I've never heard of anything like this. And I've dealt with more personnel issues, more problems than you can imagine, and nothing bizarre and as grotesque as this.
A Baltimore County Fire Department paramedic is under investigation for some pretty gross stuff. Some stuff that's unbecoming of a Baltimore County Fire Department paramedic. It didn't exactly require the department's top sleuth to crack the mystery of who was masturbating and urinating in common areas inside several fire stations.
God dang it.
Because the peeing, pud-pounding paramedic had been posting videos of all of it to OnlyFans and other social media accounts.
Really?
Otherwise, it doesn't happen, right, if you don't put it online.
No, I'm going to go sign up right now.
So he had a whack-off, watch me whack off OnlyFans type of a setup?
Yeah.
And taking a piss?
Yep, in fire departments. Once the videos surfaced, the situation triggered a wave of hazmat cleanings throughout every fire station and office. And as you expect, that employee is no longer allowed anywhere near the workplace splash zone.
That can't be cheap.
Oh, it's very expensive, they said. People familiar with the ongoing investigation described screenshots from the paramedics' own video thumbnails, a range of indecent acts that reportedly included masturbation and urinating on fire equipment, food items, and even ice machines, making Fap-sicles.
They obviously are very concerned about their own public health and safety. I've been on the council for 15 years. This is probably the most disturbing series of allegations I've ever heard.
The Baltimore...
I believe it.
I hope so. I hope so, yes. The Baltimore County Fire Chief said the fire department employees are encouraged to get tested at the Employee Health Center. And hazmat cleaning has already begun in each of the fire departments. 3 stations have had their ice machines replaced, so no more pee in the Slurpees. Videos posted under a username on the paramedics' accounts included clips filmed inside the fire stations or showing coworkers' personal belongings. Many have been taken down. One clip tagged coworker vandalism, evil, and marking included references to a coworker's lip balm before disappearing as well. Spokespeople for both the county police and fire department say each agency is running their own investigation.
That's pretty sick, twisted stuff to start with, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know what gets into a guy where they decide this is what they want to do, especially at the workplace or a lot of people's workplaces.
Well, can a guy make a decent living off of at-work whack-off videos? I wonder what he was pulling down.
I guess it depends.
Other than his pants and underwears.
Depends what he's got down there, I think.
It's all size related?
Yeah.
Not results?
Maybe like amount related. Yeah. Result related.
Mount? What does that mean?
Amount.
Amount.
Amount, okay.
So a solid money.
Oh, like the load.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. I'll go along with it. It's a mystery to me.
Is there some place where I could get mine evaluated? Perhaps a pawn shop or something? They can tell me the value of my volume?
I'm sure there's some type of website where you could send it to an expert, like a porn star or something.
Yeah, they do a lot of those things, don't they?
All right. While the unholy snow cone situation was happening in Baltimore, some ice-related jacking was happening across the pond, too. 2 men in the UK are accused of taking advantage of a so-called frost jacking incident. Cases where cars were left running to defrost and then stolen.
Oh, sure.
Police say the thefts unfolded in less than an hour, November 21st, and because it's the UK, the crimes stretch across 3 towns which sound like characters in a Tolkien novel. Police say each driver had stepped away from a running vehicle to let the car warm up, unknowingly setting up the perfect chance for a quick getaway. Luckily for the owners, all 3 vehicles have since been recovered. Glenrothes, Kinghorn, and Kirkcaldy and Fife.
Give me the first one.
Glenrothes.
Roths. Yeah, they have bizarre town names over that away. I know one gal who left her vehicle running at the gas station to buy a pack of cigarettes, came back, and it was gone. That was a long time ago, though, before you could start your car and keep it locked.
Yeah.
This is way before you could start your car and keep it locked. These poor bastards in England, did they just have the old style, just leave the keys in the...
I don't know, because they were all, like, newer, fancy cars.
Weird.
Someone bashed in the window, something like that.
I don't know how that happened.
That sucks. That's a terrible feeling, I'm sure.
A Minnesota Court of Appeals judge found herself in legal trouble after crashing her vehicle into a snowbank while driving wide receiver on a Los Angeles freeway drunk. Reports say the 67-year-old hit a snowbank on East Highway 14 near I-35, the overpass there in Owatonna. This happened about 9:15 p.m. Saturday, November 29th. Police say she had bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and smelled of alcohol. When she stepped out of her vehicle, a deputy reported she was unsteady on her feet and needed help walking back to the squad car as if she were former quarterback versus Indiana truck driver drunk. The judge told the officer she was driving home after visiting some friends in Waseca and had only a single glass of wine 2 hours earlier.
Man, I don't know anybody who has friends in Waseca. I mean, they know people there, but they wouldn't call them friends.
It must have been one impressive glass of wine because she was taken to the Steele County Detention Center for sobriety testing and gave a breath test sample showing an alcohol concentration of 0.16.
Wow. That's pretty gooned.
Yeah. Off of one glass of wine? That's impressive.
Yeah.
Low tolerance.
It must have been a big glass.
A 37-year-old Florida woman was arrested after a police officer saw her walking on a sidewalk with no pants on. Sunday, November 16th, a lucky officer was in a park patrol vehicle when a woman was observed walking on the sidewalk half nude.
So no underwears?
Yeah, it sounded like she didn't have anything because the way he described it. The officer noted in the arrest report the woman's underwear was, quote, around her knees, exposing her buttock and vagina area. The report further stated Kendra Jones was drinking from a liquor bottle wrapped in a plastic bag.
Ah, classic.
The officer made contact with Jones and seized the 375-milliliter bottle of the situationally appropriate name of Flashpoint, observing that approximately 75% of it had already been drank by the drunk. When the officer attempted to speak with her, she became combative, so she was detained. She's facing charges of exposure of sweet sexual organs and public consumption in violation of a city ordinance.
It's funny because, like, say, a woman walking around your house bottomless with a bottle of booze in her hand, walking around your house. That comes off pretty sexy. In public, comes off really creepy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A little off-putting.
How do you walk with underwear around your ankles?
I was wondering the same thing.
I've had to do that to go get more toilet paper before.
Yeah, the little scoot.
So you can barely move. You're waddling, essentially.
You know how it goes. Just
You
take,
look ridiculous.
Small footsteps.
Yeah, very small footsteps. A Mississippi woman set her ex-boyfriend on fire, then tried to convince police he had, quote, fallen into the fireplace while holding a bottle of lighter fluid, even changing his clothes before dialing 911, a detail that unraveled her story almost immediately.
I fell into the fireplace holding a can of
lighter fluid. And somehow my clothes aren't burned, but I'm in bad shape. 51-year-old Kalina Stubbs called 911, claiming her ex had fallen into the fireplace. But when officers arrived, they found him severely burned across his torso, upper arms, taint, and face, and they noticed that, strangely, his clothing wasn't burned at all, an inconsistency that made the whole scene feel staged. They also spotted an open bottle of lighter fluid sitting on the mantel in perfect condition, another sign that something wasn't lining up. Why didn't that have burn marks on it? When the victim eventually regained the ability to speak, he told investigators Stubbs had doused him with lighter fluid and set him on fire during an argument.
Jesus.
A version of events that matched the burn patterns on his body. Before long, Stubbs admitted she changed his clothes before calling for help, and there was no fall into the fireplace, just a ruthless attack from an ex without a hearth. The man's injuries were described as horrific, among the worst ever seen by Madison County District Attorney Bubba Bramett.
Bubba had never seen anything like it.
He announced sentencing for aggravated assault, a punishment that will send Stubbs to prison for 20 years.
Yeah, that's probably good.
He's got to be the only person named Bubba in Mississippi.
I
or in
love
the
that.
South.
Bubba.
Turns out charred-broiled men seem to be trending lately. What was supposed to be a simple late-night subway ride somehow morphed into an impromptu weenie roast last week, leaving one New York man in an uncomfortably intimate predicament after his pants caught on fire. Around 3:10 a.m., officers followed the sharp scent of singed pubes to a 55-year-old man sitting with noticeable burns along his legs. According to the NYPD, it wasn't any fib that set his pants ablaze. Investigators believe he may have nodded off with a cigarette, leading to the unfortunate barbecue. First responders took him to a hospital in stable condition, and officials say there's no sign of anything suspicious. They think it was just an accident.
But he was hanging out on the street looking like that?
He was in a subway.
In the subway.
Yeah. An 11-foot-tall bronze statue of the science fiction hero RoboCop has finally taken its place in Detroit, arriving after nearly 15 years of on-again, off-again efforts that residents were wondering if the project was dead or alive.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
The 2.5-ton figure, modeled after Peter Weller's portrayal in the 1987 film, was fit for duty Wednesday outside the Free Age production studio in the city's Eastern Market. Almost immediately, people wandered over to take a look, admiring the gleaming armor and snapping photos.
They finally erected it, and now I'm here to see this big, beautiful bronze piece of art. Like, what a piece of cinematic history to represent the city of Detroit.
Now, that's a big fan right there.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, get a grip.
The first idea took shape in 2011 when then-Mayor Dave Bing responded to a tweet suggesting the city put up a RoboCop statue. He replied there were no plans for such a thing, yet that brief exchange got the ball rolling. Fans rallied, and before long, a Kickstarter campaign appeared, eventually gathering more than $67,000 to make the statue a reality.
I'd buy that for $1.
By 2017, the sculpture was finished, though it spent years in limbo waiting for a permanent home while organizers navigated a maze of delays, including the need for legal clearance from MGM, the company that holds the rights to the character. Now, with the statue finally standing tall in its new spot, the focus shifts to celebrating its arrival.
Oh, because he's like a cyborg crime fighter, you know? And then the movie, in the futuristic Detroit, he's there to save the city, keep the city safe. So it's like a great representation of safety and keeping the city safe from crime and all that bad stuff.
This was another YouTube audition, clearly.
Probably.
That's crazy.
I want to be viral.
Yeah.
Plans are already forming for an official welcome ceremony. One organizers hope will feature RoboCop OG Peter Weller himself.
Oh, I thought he had died.
Oh, not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Oh, let me double check that. That would make sense.
I thought the sumbitch had died, Pete Weller. At any rate.
No, he's still kicking.
Okay. This is a cool moment for RoboCop fans like myself. That is one of my favorite movies. It is, to this day, it is so unique. I think there are just so many elements to that movie that are unique, especially when you consider when it was made, 1987. Great for Peter Weller, great for the folks behind that picture, because my guess is they never had a feeling in a million years that RoboCop would become this long-lasting cult-type film.
Yeah, that movie, we've mentioned it before, that messed me up. when I first saw that movie in like 7th or 8th grade, something like that.
Pretty violent for a kid that age.
It was I'd never seen anything like that before. I was pretty sheltered with that kind of thing, and my folks thought, RoboCop, you could probably watch that. Yeah, that one really affected me.
There's a documentary about the making of the movie. Maybe you were the one who first told me about it, Josh. I haven't been able to get through much of it, but I hear it's an excellent documentary.
It
a
is.
lot of. Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Great show, people say.
Yeah, such a fun movie. There's another make-believe cop making news. We move on from the Midwest and make our way to the West Coast. A TikTok cop was busted in California after pulling someone over with a set of fake police lights. The Antioch Police Department gave him the nickname because the impressionable individual spotted an ad on TikTok for police-style lights, bought himself a red and blue set, and mounted them on his pickup to play I'm a Police Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Yeaga and his canine partner Loki were on the road when they noticed a red pickup using those lights to stop other drivers. And the self-appointed traffic enforcer seemed genuinely stunned when the real police rolled up behind him. Body cam footage captured the driver explaining he got the idea from TikTok, and somehow he didn't realize he wasn't allowed to pull people over. He did have the lights. When Officer Yeaga asked why he lit up the fake police lights behind another car, the man simply said, "They cut me off." The cop responded, "So you put your red and blue lights on? That's illegal, bro. You can't have police lights." The TikTok cop answered, "I did not know that." Police believe he likely did know that, so he was arrested and his simulated squad towed away. Police added if anyone ever feels unsure about whether they're being stopped by a real officer, they can call 911 for confirmation.
Of all the sad and pathetic things that we're involved in these days around the world, this makes my top 5.
Yeah, definitely.
It is odd how often it happens, and it's odd somebody gets there in the first place.
The pretend cop, grown folks, makes my top 5 any day.
They want you to respect their authority. The Chargers host the Eagles on Monday Night Football. Corey Taylor of Slipknot and Stone Sour, 52. Former Megadeth guitar genius Marty Freeman is 63. Def Leppard's Phil Collin is 68. Spooner blows, Hayward sucks, but what the Trigo do, Jesus? Text in a photo of the newest member of the puppyhood, Cooper. And I can tell you that Cooper is adorable. We appreciate you listening. Happy birthday to investigator Code Brown Jesus, turning 33. He said his wife didn't wish him a happy birthday yet, so, quote, "Can you say get out of jail free card?" Yeah, you can hold that over her for a while.
Oh, darn it.
And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
Felt good to, play to the standard that our fans deserve back here at US Bank Stadium.
Quick strike. Hawkinson stays on his feet. Touchdown. That might be an early fourth-quarter dagger.
Fourth-quarter dagger. I'll tell you what. Let's bring in the boys. Both of them on the good old-fashioned telephone line this morning. Brad Ryder, the lonely boy, by God. Hello, Brad.
Good morning.
And Randy Shaver calling in from out of town. Where are you at, Randy?
I am in Chicago.
What the hell are you doing in Chicago?
Visiting family.
Oh.
That is a fun place to be this time of year. So Christmassy.
Not really.
Too many
Randy
people.
disagrees.
You're not too pumped to be in the Windy City.
No, it's not.
No. Rather go somewhere warm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Visiting family. How is everybody?
Everybody's good. No,
well,
it was
that's
very
good.
nice.
That's good.
So,
when I heard you were in Chicago, well, this is the first I've learned that you were in Chicago. When I heard you were out of town, I thought maybe you would have taken your old carcass maybe to Indianapolis to see the Big Ten championship game. That was the thought I had.
I actually watched the game last Saturday night, but no, did not venture there. Would have been fun to be there, for sure.
We'll get to that in a minute. First things first, you heard troubled Vikings head coach Kelvin O'Conrad there in the intro. So the Commodores ended up being the perfect cupcake that the Vikings needed to make them feel a little bit better about themselves.
Yes, they did, for sure.
The Vikings whooped The Washington Commodores, 31-0 at the new Metrodome yesterday.
That's a team in terrible disarray right now, Washington. It's amazing how one injury for that team basically derailed the entire season, because they are coming off what I don't even know what their record was last year, but it was really good, and they were a very good
playoff team. Yeah.
Yeah, they were heading all in the right direction.
They made it to the NFC title game last year.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels was, looked like the star of the future and all that kind of stuff. And things just went completely south after he got hurt. They have zero running game, cannot figure out how to run the football. Their receivers are all hurt, battling injuries all year. It looks like Zach Ertz is basically, his career is done after getting hurt yesterday. So.
Oh, yeah, there were some dramatic injuries yesterday. I never saw the video of this Zach Ertz. Was it horrible, disgusting?
No, it looked like it hurt, but it wasn't gruesome or anything.
It looked like
He looked like he was in pain.
Yeah, he definitely was in pain. I mean, once it happened, you did go, that looked like it was very painful, but I wouldn't have thought it was as bad as it ended up being.
Okay. Totally unproven and injury-prone quarterback J.J. McCarthy threw 3 touchdown passes. He did not turn the ball over. Everybody had a good time yesterday.
Well, again, that's a nice step. You wish it was worth more than one game.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's one game, and it's a step in the right direction. And the Vikings are all in on this kid, so we all have to have patience here to see how this turns out, because they are not making any drastic changes at that position. He's going to be the guy.
Well, not yet. Maybe in the off season.
Well,
I think I was going to say I think the last 4 games are going to tell us, whether they're all in or not.
They may go out.
Yeah.
They may go out and get a veteran backup quarterback.
Right.
That for sure is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think McCarthy is probably, Brad, even regardless of how things go in the final 4 games, I really think that they have put all their eggs in the basket.
Oh, we're all well aware of that. Yeah. Kelvin O'Conrad is completely head over heels in love with J.J. McCarthy and vice versa. So we all know this ain't over. It ain't over. They ran the ball up and down yesterday. They had 1 touchdown drive that lasted 11 minutes or something like that.
12 minutes.
12 minutes? That's the longest offensive drive the Vikings have put together in 20 years or something like that.
Tends to help the quarterback look better when you can run the ball.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Up next, the Vikings will play at the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Now, could that game get flexed?
I was going to ask you the same question.
Out of Sunday night, you mean?
Yeah. Can they
Perhaps.
Get flexed?
I think they would have done it by now.
Oh, they would have?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do think they have to give fans and teams ample amount of notice.
Yeah, I just wonder. I mean, there's got to be a better matchup that means more than Dallas and the Vikings on a Sunday night in December.
Yeah, I don't know the rules on that. I'm going to go ahead with what I'm going to follow Daniel's lead over there and say that probably too late for that. Things were getting pretty bad around here, as we all know, for totally unproven and injury-prone quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Things were getting pretty bad around here. It reached a point that I didn't think possible. There was an article going around where they're even making fun of J.J. McCarthy in Brazil.
You see some of those memes?
I saw one meme.
Yeah, he's getting roasted.
A Brazilian soccer team was even making fun of J.J. McCarthy. Flamengo, some Brazilian soccer team, won their 9th game of the year, or their 9th championship overall. Which one was it? A championship?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't matter. The Flamengo soccer team in Brazil won their 9th game or their 9th championship, and then put together a meme to make fun of J.J. McCarthy's stupid alter ego, which is 9. You see, what happens is when I get on the field, I become 9. And they posted that infamous picture that you were talking about last week.
Looks like he's growling like a dog.
Yeah.
Well,
he had that face yesterday.
Yes, in the post game, I saw the video of that.
Dude, you're making it worse.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That famous video where he's like growling and doing that like supposedly intimidating pose after they beat Detroit, and you guys know what I'm talking about. There's a video. So I saw one article yesterday that again had that picture of him in the locker room trying to look all mean after playing 3 horrible quarters and putting together 1 decent quarter of football in that game against Detroit back at the beginning of the year. Anyway, I saw one article that said this video and picture, how did they put it, Josh, was to became the beginning of the end of this man's career.
Yeah, he should have waited till he had some success before he introduced us to 9, don't you think?
Yeah. And you don't create your own nickname either.
Oh, man. I gotta find the way
that video. It was a post game where they were like giving the game balls away or whatever, and the video of him, it just makes me cringe. I just watch it and I go, "Come on!"
Yeah, here's how they put it in the article. This video single-handedly ruined J.J. McCarthy's career, but it is so fun to watch because it's so ridiculous. That it's just so silly. Athletes are different. They are. The professional athletes are just different. They're very emotional and they're very sensitive. A lot of them are just odd.
Yeah, I can't take that guy seriously.
Nobody's ever. I go back to something I said a few weeks ago. Nobody's probably ever told this guy that he's been anything other than great.
Exactly.
And now this year when he's not great, he's not handling it well because he doesn't understand how to handle it yet.
God, I hope that kid stays off the internet.
You're right.
He can't though. I mean, Dana, that's the problem is he's not staying off the internet. That's why he's acting this way.
Brad Ryder is 100% accurate. A lot of them are told by damn they are God's gift from the word go.
I'm sure out of high school he was a 4 or 5 star recruit. He goes to Michigan, they win a national championship.
Right.
He can't do anything wrong, and then boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of a vibe. So anyway, they were even making fun of him in friggin' Brazil. Oh man! Yesterday in the National Football League, Joe Burrow was back. Playing football. That was brand new to me. Or was this his second?
I think it was his second.
Week before.
Yep, second game.
I knew I'd F that up.
No, you're great.
God.
He came out slinging, too. 3 touchdown passes in the first 3 drives.
It was a fun game to watch until, if you're a Buffalo fan, great fourth quarter because their defense came up with 2 huge plays to save the game.
Yeah, Burrow looked so good. Then he threw back-to-back interceptions on consecutive plays.
What did he end up with touchdowns, 4?
Burrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 4.
Yeah.
Green Bay beat Chicago in that divisional matchup.
Yep.
Houston beat Kansas City in Kansas City.
They're done.
Are they official?
Well, the big meme going around is about their record right now.
Yeah,
I don't know the record.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Oh, can we stop? Can we at least try to stop? I mean, it's never going to. Well, I shouldn't say never. Can we at least do our part to squash it?
I'm fine with that.
Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does it bother you?
Houston beat the Kansas City Chiefs 20-10. I didn't see the ball game.
Oh.
So is Kansas City really officially done?
Not officially official, but
not officially, but
no, but they're in order for them to make the playoffs, they're going to have to probably they'll have to be a wild card, and that's. I mean, Buffalo's a wild card right now at 9-4. I mean, they're so far back, and there's so many teams to chase to climb over.
Good.
I just don't see a way where they get in.
That's beautiful. We can all agree and celebrate that.
Oh, 100%.
They got a little bit of hope yesterday when Daniel Jones went down because the Colts are probably done.
That's true.
And the Colts are 8-5, so the Colts may not finish any higher than 9-8. And if they're battling, they could sneak in that way if they get to 9-8. But,
oh Lord, let's hope not.
What a damn shame! Indiana Jones.
Was so bad, yeah.
Indiana Jones blew out his
and
Achilles
nobody
tendon.
Touched him.
Huh?
It was one of those things. Nobody touched him.
Oh.
It just happened.
It just happened?
Yeah.
I was really feeling good about the Colts and Indiana Jones, and now his Achilles blew across the ballpark yesterday, and he's done for the season.
Well, if you really, really don't want the Chiefs to make the playoffs, then you should be rooting for the Chargers tonight too.
Okay.
Because, yeah. The Chargers keep winning. That'll make it tougher.
All right. Josh informed us earlier that tonight's Monday Night Football matchup is my Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Chargers. Speaking of the Eagles, they haven't been all that hot lately, despite having the best quarterback in the National Football League and a decent running back. So here's the deal. They did the right thing, the Eagles. They went out and got themselves an inflatable positive vibes Easter bunny.
So weird.
And they blew it up and they put it in their locker room to remind everyone to stay positive. There are pictures of this online. It's large. Why they went with the Easter bunny this time of year as opposed to St. Nick or Rudolph, I don't know.
That is very strange, isn't it?
It's on 93x.com if you want to look at it.
A picture of it. So in the locker room, they have an inflatable positive vibes Easter bunny to remind everyone to feel positive and things are going to get better.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why. I think that's really the only spot we can fit a big bunny. But I was told it's Vibe Bunny, and vibes are high. So
Saquon Barkley didn't understand the bunny or why it was put next to his locker.
Oh, did they put it next to his locker?
Yeah. They asked about it. He's like, I have no idea.
Maybe that's a sign. Maybe they need Barkley to, they put it towards him to get him going because he's been just not very good this year.
I watched a decent amount of the Packers-Bears game. Going back to that, Caleb Williams is getting really, really good.
Oh yeah,
I mean he was really good yesterday, even though that they lost. So, I mean they're going to be good for. He's going to be good for a while, and they're going to be good for a while if he stays healthy.
Yes, they are.
All right. We briefly touched on this a few minutes ago. Let's get into it. I think we can all walk away with a smart-ass smile on our faces anytime Ohio State gets beat, especially in a meaningful ball game.
Yep.
And that's what everybody got Saturday night. The University of Indiana Football Club.
Their QB, though.
What about him?
Kid's a dork.
Oh, my gosh. I was just watching him talk to the reporters.
Mendoza?
It was great. Just like he was like crying, and then he's just waiting.
Oh,
his personality just kind of weirded me out.
I don't know the guy. He's a hell of a character?
Yeah, at least I think.
What do you got there?
Indiana, the Big Ten champs. How does that sound? It sounds so beautiful. I want to give all the glory to God. We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go.
You see what I mean?
He sounds like Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters.
He forgot one thing. Big Ten Network.
Go Gophers, Big Ten Network.
I think he sounds like Frankie McDonald, the weather guy.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Very excitable, that young man.
I had no idea.
He's probably, we rail on people who say nobody believed in us and nobody thought about us, but in that case, it's probably very true because when he showed up there, nobody thought that they were going to be in this position.
Yeah. I asked my husband, I'm like, is there anything, because he follows college ball, and I'm like, is there anything to that, what he's saying? And he told me that it would be like if somebody came into the Gophers, and next thing you know, they're winning like this.
Yeah.
It's very comparable.
And again, that gives, I said this not that long ago, it gives everybody some hope that it is possible that you can turn your college football program into a national contender.
Right.
For Indiana to do it, I mean, my God, that's just amazing. It really is. It's one of the greatest stories in football, I think, in the last 10 years.
Oh, easily.
It's just amazing.
It's wonderful. People are saying that the quarterback for Indiana, Fernando Mendoza, who we just heard from a minute ago, people are comparing him to Kirk Cousins on cocaine. University of Indiana Football Club beat Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. The Hoosiers had a perfect season. They came out of it with their first Big Ten title since 1967. 13-10 was the final. It was not only the Big Ten title game, but also a matchup of the top 2 ranked teams in the country.
And
Indiana beat number 1 to become number 1. What did Ric Flair always say? You got to be the man. You got to
beat the man.
The kicker from Ohio State missed a chip shot that would have tied the game late. So the Hoosiers will go ahead into the college football playoff tournament as the number 1 seed.
And Ohio State's the 2 seed, so if things play out the way they play out, it's possible they could meet again in the championship.
Sure. I mean, this goes on and on. It's the Hoosiers' first outright title since 1945. They beat Ohio State for the first time since 1988.
Wow.
Heisman. What's that?
They get the win. I would say they get the winner of Alabama and Oklahoma. So things get a little tricky now. These are all really, really good games.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. And they made the playoffs last year, right? I mean, Indiana was.
They did. Yeah, they went to Notre Dame and lost.
Yeah, lost to Notre Dame. So they've been there before now. So.
Yep.
Cubby, did anyone else hear the nickname for Fernando Mendoza? Heis Mendoza? Huh? Huh? They say now he'll likely win the Heisman Trophy as well. As
might.
I don't friggin' know.
We had a couple texts saying they guarantee it that he's going to win. He's the guy.
You getting any text messages there from any Notre Dame fans today?
There's one that I can't. Where'd that go? We did have one.
Well, here's a text that says Notre Dame is pissed they're not the best team in Indiana. Someone else texted in just to say simply F Notre Dame. What does Notre Dame have to do with any of this?
Well, Notre Dame they were the team that was left out of the playoffs. The football. And so then they said, well, okay, we're not going to go to a bowl game then. And so now they decided.
They just opted out of going to a bowl game. Yeah.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
I can see Iowa State not going because their coach left and it's kind of a mess there right now. And I can see there's another team that lost their coach that decided, you know what, it's just too much of a mess for us to go to a bowl game. But Notre Dame, come on, stop being such a baby. Okay, you didn't make it. It's a lot of teams that were close that didn't make it. Still go to a bowl game. I mean,
they still could have gone to a high tier bowl game and gotten a nice payout. And
so they folded their arms in front of themselves and said, "We won't go."
Right? Yeah.
That's pretty pathetic.
Yeah.
But they're Notre Dame. You know, they think of themselves as the upper crust of society. You know,
and that's how people will look at it too.
Yeah.
Just like I am. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I can see that from that institution. Oh, you don't think we deserve to, well, then we'll just take ourselves out of the situation. We know where the Golden Gopher football team's going to be playing.
Run the boats, game on, and go Gophers, Big Ten Network.
We know where the Golden Gophers are going to play this bowl season. They'll be playing in Phoenix, Arizona, in something called the Rate Bowl, and they'll be facing the mighty University of New Mexico Lobos.
Not a matchup that sparks
much curiosity or intrigue.
Little mini controversy over that. There were some people a little upset that they didn't go to the Las Vegas Bowl.
Yeah, they should have gone to a better bowl.
Yeah, they beat Nebraska, and Nebraska has the same record as them, and they're going to the Las Vegas Bowl. So there's a little chatter about that yesterday.
Well, I don't care what anybody says. I'm pumped, Cubby.
Yeah, you love PJ. You don't care what he does.
I'm pumped for
as long as they don't go to a cold weather game or Detroit, I think people will be okay with it.
I'm going to come off, Josh, like the biggest Rate Bowl fan in town.
I see you got your Gophers gear on today.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know what the Rate Bowl is, but I'm going to find out by December 26th, and you're going to be sick of it. First ever matchup. My God. See, here we go. Right from the get-go, there's something to be excited about. This is the first ever meeting between the Golden Gophers and the Lobos. Maybe my mic wasn't working there.
We're soaking that in.
No, we're so excited.
Planning
we
a
don't
party.
know what to say.
Are you? Yeah, you're excited. I have a list of all the bowls. My God, the very first will be. What day is it today? Monday.
The 8th.
The 8th. Yep. So the
Saturday.
first one's this Saturday. Yep.
The Celebration Bowl will kick things off Saturday night. And then you got the L.A. Bowl. Or is it the La Bowl?
It's La Bowl, yes.
Is that the Gronk one that Gronk's involved with?
Probably.
It sounds familiar to me, Brad Ryder.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Celebration Bowl, La Bowl. Salute to Veterans Bowl, Cure Bowl, 68 Ventures Bowl, Xbox Bowl, Myrtle Beach Bowl, Gasparilla Bowl. And then you got those playoff games. That'll be in there somewhere. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Boca Raton Bowl, New Orleans Bowl, Frisco Bowl, Hawaii Bowl, Game Above Sports Bowl, Rate Bowl, First Responder Bowl, Military Bowl, Pinstripe Bowl, Fenway Bowl, Pop-Tarts Bowl, Arizona Bowl, New Mexico Bowl, Gator, Texas, Birmingham, Independence, Music City, Alamo, ReliaQuest, Sun, Citrus, Las Vegas, Armed Forces, Liberty, Dukes, Mayonnaise, Holiday. The national championship game is on January 19th.
The 4 first-round playoff games are the weekend of the 19th and 20th. That'll be a good weekend of football.
That's all of them, Josh.
That's a lot. I'm surprised by your lung power there.
Yeah, that was impressive. For all the people who bitch and moan about college athletes, football players getting paid, I mean, when you get to this point of the season, where you've played almost as many games as the NFL, by the time they're done, if you play in the national championship game, it's almost February by the time the college football season is done. That's just insane.
In reverse order now. Holiday Bowl, Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl, Liberty, Armed Forces.
Okay, all right.
Now go alphabetical.
Public
for God's sake.
Burrito Bowl, Poke
Alamo,
Bowl.
burrito, cereal.
Gosh, tie him down.
The Dildo Bowl.
Man loves his bowl games.
I thought the Brigham Young kids were all God-fearing, straight-living types like Cubby. It says here, a Brigham Young University football player has been dismissed from the team after he got himself arrested for what they're calling here lewdness.
Did you watch any of the video?
No.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't show the actual lewd part, but just he looked like a guy that was about to get lewd or just got lewd. It was the prelude.
Oh, you know that look.
Prelude?
Yes, it was a prelude, I guess.
The prelude.
The prelude to lewdness.
To lewdness.
From what I understand, this kid was hanging out front of a grocery store wagging his little Johnson at anyone who walked in his direction.
There you go.
Wow.
Then he ran like hell, but the police caught him and beat him up, and then they arrested him. Anyone who walked into the grocery store that night in Provo, Utah, got to look at this kid's pecker. That's the lewdness they were referring to.
Yeah.
I didn't think they operated like that at Brigham Young.
Yeah, it surprised me too.
Rodney Dangerfield used to say, I don't care how you bring 'em, but bring 'em young. A girls' high school flag football game in Georgia had to be ended by forfeit because of a fist fight on the field.
I love this. You can see this on 93x.com.
I wondered, like a lot of these, if this would be clickbait. No, these girls really wanted to fight each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
It reminded me of the Powder Puff games the girls used to play in high school. They just would beat the crap out of each other.
You're a friggin'
really?
powder puff.
Yeah.
I'm
honestly,
sorry, Dana.
No, it's okay. No, they would play, by classes, so it'd be like the seniors against the juniors, and they all hated each other, so they would just beat the crap out of each other.
I remember those games. I never remember violence like that.
There was violence in ours.
Our listener has texted in, wants me to go through those bowl games again.
Well, some folks said you forgot the Cereal Bowl and the Minute Bowl.
The Minute Bowl.
Yeah.
How about Nick and Josh? You go back and forth. Each one reads one.
I wish there was a Minute Bowl, dude. That'd be
They
great.
should have a
That
Minute
would be
Bowl.
great.
I think you should do a 2-hour special sometime and break down each game.
We'll do what we can, Brad Ryder. I would love to see a Minute Bowl with his head at midfield.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He was owed that. He was such a wonderful guy. Now, let me see if I can ask somebody. Josh, his son plays in the NBA. One of his sons. Do you know what his name is?
No.
Bowl.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
Yeah.
we have talked about Bowl
They just
before.
doubled up on the bowl.
That's right.
Yeah, this girls' high school flag football game had to be called in Georgia because of a terrible fist fight on the field. Here's the deal. 2 gals took to punching each other's lights out on the field. Problem was, when the fight started, one of the 2 teams' bench players stayed on the bench. The other team's bench players all ran onto the field to join the fight.
Oh, boy.
So because of that, the team that all ran on the field to fight, they had so many players ejected by the referees that they didn't have enough eligible bodies to continue the game. That's a forfeit, game over.
It was a good coaching job by the team that left the players on the bench.
Yeah.
Told them all to stay on there.
That's correct.
Yeah, I mean,
although the ones on the field got the crap beat out of them, probably, but
the original one-on-one fist fight that these girls cut loose with, it was a good one. Like Josh was saying,
there was some anger there.
They were throwing them. The two gals must have been in a fight before, not with each other, but just in general, because they were pretty good at it. And then here locally, I understand the Hopkins-Tartan basketball game, high school basketball game over the weekend had to end early due to fist fights.
Now, am I mistaken?
They cleared the building.
Did you never like Hopkins? I thought you had something to say about Hopkins.
Well, I never liked tartan, so.
Hopkins is shady as balls.
And you lived there for a bit.
That's when I learned.
Oh, yeah.
But I knew even before I moved there that Hopkins was iffy. Everybody in the West Metro, Hopkins is like our shady adopted brother. Until I found out that Dr. Andrea went to Hopkins.
Oh,
things changed. Well, did you ever go to the Raspberry Festival?
Of course,
that's fun.
Of course, it did. Josh, my concern for Hopkins didn't keep me out of Hopkins.
Yeah, you lived there
because we had some lawless times on Main Street there. Lawless times. Finding out that our friend Dr. Andrea Johnston from German Animal Hospital graduated from Hopkins, she added some prestige.
It makes a difference.
Yes. Oh, man, yeah. When I lived in Hopkins, when we used to drink in that town, Christ, the Raspberry Festival, all that stuff, we had a riot. But I've never felt completely safe there.
I understand.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like when you go to Anoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on the swivel.
You never feel entirely comfortable.
Come on.
Yeah. What?
You're not wrong.
You've lived here for 50 years, Randy. What are we making things up?
There's nothing wrong with Anoka. Come on. All right, maybe during Halloween. Maybe.
I mean, I've even been in St. Louis Park a little too close to the border, and I was looking for Hopkins people, you know?
The last time I was in Anoka was quite a few years ago. We went there for a Halloween celebration, bar gig, costume contest, the whole schmear. And, of course, it's a riot, you know. They are the Halloween capital of the world, right?
Yep.
Here in the state of hockey.
Yeah.
Right?
I will never get that. No, it's not like Salem, Massachusetts or anything.
It was so... What about Salem, Massachusetts?
You would think that would be the Halloween capital of the world.
No, it's Anoka. So it was so uncorked that evening in Hopkins that when my brother and I got into the car to leave, we're parked right on the street, and there's just people just running and screaming and fighting and vomiting everywhere. We got in the car. As soon as the doors were closed and we knew no one else could hear us, I said to my brother, I'm never coming back here. Timberwolves have won 5 straight games. Tonight they play at home against the Phoenix Suns, who will be playing without their sissy-ass starting point guard, Devin Booker.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks because the Suns have become one of the Wolves' most hated opponents, and I'd like to see someone on the Wolves give Booker a cheap shot to the jaw. I know he and Jaden McDaniels, they have to have a fist fight at some point. Because they hate each other.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
What did it stem from? This rivalry, or were they on a team together?
From the playoffs a couple years ago.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So
I think they go to Golden State on Friday, and then they come back home. I think I was looking at the schedule for like 5 in a row at home right before Christmas. So they're going to be in that number 2 spot before we know it, I think.
I went to the game on Saturday, and can I brag a little bit?
Yes.
Please do.
Yeah.
I got to meet Crunch.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Was it his birthday or not yet?
No, just they have this cool in the upper level. We were up in the cheap seats. They have this cool little setup where he poses for photos with fans, and it's mostly for kids. And he was about to close up shop, but me and my 2 friends were like, "One more? Can we do one more?" And Crunch and the handler was like, "All right, you 40-year-olds, get your ass in there. I'll take a quick photo and get out of here."
Now, you mentioned you bragged meeting Crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick can flex on that, though. Crunch came to him on his birthday
Oh,
once.
I thought that was Goldie. Was it
Oh,
Crunch?
it was all of them.
Oh, they were? Oh.
Yeah.
It was a mascot game.
That was so cool.
I just think this is a one-sided story where I bet Crunch is saying nothing about meeting you.
No, he's not.
No, certainly not bragging.
He definitely seemed like he had other places to be.
Quite a few people are texting in on Anoka and their emotions, their feelings, their thoughts on Anoka. The overall vibe is, when a lot of us enter the city limits of Anoka, we put our guard up. I'll tell you a great story from that night when my brother and I were down there for the Halloween celebration. I was hosting a costume contest. I can't recall the bar, but it was packed, and the costumes were unbelievable. And the bar was, the crowd was drunk and quite antsy for the competition to begin. But the bar wants to milk this as long as they can because they're selling drinks by the dozen. So, when's the costume? I kept hearing, because I was the MC of the event, when's the costume contest gonna start? Well, at 9:30, now it's 10, now it's 10:30. They're making me wait this out, which was fine. But I get up on stage to begin the costume contest, and I'm saying things like, "Okay, everybody, welcome to the blankety blank bar and grill costume contest. The top prize is $500. We need all of the finalists to come over here, and we'll vote by..." I'm explaining the whole schmear. I was wearing a hooded sweatshirt that evening that just said Wyzetta on the front, my hometown. And as I'm explaining myself on the mic, there's a dead moment, and from the back of the bar, one dude says, "Wyzetta sucks!"
I'd imagine you appreciated that
I
quite
laughed
a
my
bit.
balls off. Yeah, that was good. 6:30 start time tonight at Target Center for the Timberwolves.
I think it's a Peacock game tonight.
Oh.
It's an NBC game. Yeah.
The Pigs have now lost a couple in a row. Vancouver beat them Saturday night. Goaltender Jesper Wallstedt finally looked human in between the pipes Saturday night. Tonight they play a completely unnecessary game against a completely unnecessary Seattle Kraken. It was on today's date in 1987 that Ron Hextall of the Philadelphia Flyers became the first NHL goalie to score a goal by shooting the puck into the opposing team's empty net. Ronnie Hextall.
I remember that on the news. My parents watched the news every night. I remember them talking about what a big deal that was. That was pretty cool.
Totally and completely out of his mind, Ron Hextall.
He had that reputation.
Yes. If you want to have some fun on YouTube, look up the video where Ron Hextall tried to murder Chris Chelios on the ice. I think that was the 87 playoffs. Hextall was playing goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers. Chelios was playing defense for the Montreal Canadiens at the time, and the writing was on the wall. The series was over. Montreal was going to advance. The Flyers were going to go home. And in the closing seconds, Ron Hextall said, "You know what? Forget about this playing goalie. I'm going to go kill that guy over there." He left the crease and pounced on Chris Chelios, and it was just beautiful. God, those were the greatest days in hockey.
Who would you say was the craziest goalie of all time?
Ron Hextall or Billy Smith? Those two names come to mind.
Is Patrick Waugh on the list?
Well, Patrick didn't really show his crazy side much until he was done playing.
Until afterwards?
Yeah. I mean, he certainly was a fiery individual. I don't think, in my opinion, he compares to just the overall nuttiness of Ron Hextall and Billy Smith. Billy Smith would take his goal. If you ever went, or if you wrapped around the net on Billy Smith, you would take the full brunt of his goalie stick in your nuts. You didn't go near the net with Billy Smith. Yeah. Well, now, Brad Ryder and Randy Shaver, now it says here that the Twins don't intend to tear their roster down any further.
Don't believe it.
Nope.
I don't either.
They intend
Don't
to
believe
keep Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, and the effing Buck truck. So is this the kiss of death for the three of them?
I think the story was planted and leaked a little bit to make sure that they had some trade leverage because there were too many stories out there that they were going to trade those three. So if you sprinkle a little story out there that they're not going to, then it increases some trade value.
And it's all about the bottom dollar. They got Twins Fest tickets to sell.
Yeah.
They just announced that last week.
Oh, great.
The baseball winter meetings are underway right now, and certainly Buxton, I think the decision by him to waive his trade no clause allows the Twins the opportunity to deal him. And I guess I'm not going to be surprised if they trade Buxton. I'll be surprised if they trade Joe Ryan. That's the one guy that I would be sad about that they trade, because if you're ever going to try to get yourself back into the playoff picture, you need a starting pitcher like Joe Ryan. So we'll see how it plays out, but I got a feeling that Buxton, and it's not I want Byron Buxton to play for a playoff team. I want him to go someplace and get an opportunity to play in the postseason before his career is done.
The other thing with Buxton too. Oh, sorry, I thought you were done, Randy. I was going to say you're selling high on him if you trade him right now too. I mean, I want him here too, but he had a fairly injury-free
year. Good year, yeah,
and he had a really good year. And if you do trade him now, you actually are going to get some good value for him. So,
for sure.
Well, that's the story they're spinning.
This is going to be a big week. I mean, there's everything I've been reading, and you know me, Nick, I love the hot stove.
Yes, you do.
Stuff. Everything that I've been reading for the last 2 weeks is that this could be one of the craziest weeks of baseball trading that we've seen in a long time. And there's some big free agents like Schwarber and Tucker that are out there that their next team might not be decided this week, but there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking by teams to either set them up or to move on without trying to go after them too. So
the vibe they're pushing over at the Twins front office is they don't intend to tear down their roster any further. As a matter of fact, they intend to keep Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, and Byron Buxton and build from here. We'll see about that. I'm going to stick with my prediction from a month. Yes, Randy?
I would believe that if they had minor investors that had joined the organization and we knew who they were. You know what I mean? If the poll ads had found people to invest with them, but they don't have that, and so it's really hard for the fan base to believe anything that's coming out of the Twins organization right now, just because of all the garbage that's happened in the last year or so. So I don't believe it. I think they'll make some trades.
I'm going to stick with my prediction from a month or so ago. I think the Twins, I don't know how, but I think the Twins are going to surprise everyone and have a great season in 20 and 26.
Well,
it's going to shock the sporting world, like University of Indiana football. They're going to shock the sporting world.
If I were the GM, I probably would entertain offers for Buxton, like I said, but I would hang on to those two pitchers. If you've got any chance of being relevant and rebuilding, and they're not old pitchers either; they're young pitchers. I mean, you need starting pitching. That's like the gold thing in baseball. If you
especially when you look at their minor league, their AAA, their AA pitchers right now, there's nobody there that's really super ready to be a stopper in the rotation. They don't have that right now. And so if you deal those two guys, you better get something back in return that can help you this season. But some guys that you think can be that Joe Ryan 5 years from now, because there's really nobody in this organization right now. Yeah, Mick Abel from Philly, people love him, think he's going to be good. Taj Bradley's got potential. Yeah, we get it. But it's not like for sure that guy's going to be the stopper in your rotation.
Randy Shaver.
Yeah, those two guys, if they're healthy, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them being your 1 and 2 starters at all. And if you can fill in after that, but that's why I don't mind the Buxton talk, but those other two guys, I don't get that.
Randy Shaver loves the hot stove stuff, and at his age, I get more and more concerned you're going to burn yourself on the hot stove, like
like a hockey player.
You'll tip forward in your chair and burn yourself on the hot stove because you're falling asleep.
It's happened before.
Jeff Kent was elected to baseball's Hall of Fame yesterday.
Yeah. I think that's through the Veterans Committee. Is that right?
To me, it says here the Contemporary Committee. I don't remember the verbiage. I don't think this is the old-timers thing. This is the I'm confused by all this. I'm always apprehensive to bring up the Baseball Hall of Fame because I don't understand. There are so many different routes to get in and votes, and so I don't understand it.
I think it's the same route that Oliva and Tot got in a few years ago.
It says here the Contemporary Era Committee.
Yeah, it's a committee of sorts to get in. It's not the regular voting.
Okay. Yeah. Jeff Kent's going in. He hit more home runs than any second baseman in baseball history.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I wasn't aware of that.
No.
I certainly know what kind of player Jeff Kent was. I remember his era, but I couldn't have told you that he hit more home runs than any second. Didn't he and Barry Bonds choke each other to near death in the clubhouse one day or something?
Sounds familiar.
I thought there was an infamous, Jeff Kent couldn't stand Barry Bonds, and they choked each other unconscious and whatnot in the clubhouse.
Random Jeff Kent fact, he played on a season of Survivor on the CBS reality show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it wasn't like a celebrity edition. He just got casted, and he was just out there. Like, one guy's like, wait a minute, aren't you Jeff Kent?
And he was that type of guy, like a middle-of-the-woods wilderness, living
time.
off of his own urine and dead squirrels kind of a guy, yeah.
You loved that show. How'd he do?
He did pretty well, actually, yeah. Yeah, I think he ended up tearing his meniscus or something and had to get medevac.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he seemed like he came off as a likable dude.
How many times have you tried out for it?
Handful, 10 or 12 or something like that, I guess.
That's more than a handful.
Yeah, I guess you're right now that I started thinking about it.
10 or 12.
What show?
Survivor on CBS.
But you always mention that you're just as soft as baby turds.
I know, but I really want to play.
You'd be out like the first week.
Oh,
Is that how it works? Yeah.
I'd probably cry before they even started filming.
Why would you want to sign up for such a thing when you know that you're SAWFT soft?
It'd be a fun challenge, and I love the game so much. I just find it absolutely fascinating.
But if it's a warm climate, you're going to be in some big trouble.
Oh, I'd be sunburned immediately.
You hate
I hate the heat.
What would you do in the middle of the woods when you realize, oh, God, I need something to eat? What would you do?
You eat coconuts.
Coconuts?
Or you go fishing.
Okay, you've watched too much.
Go fishing. Come on.
I would have somebody go fishing for me, Randy.
I think you've watched too much Gilligan's Island.
Eat a coconut.
The first road to Arby's.
Dana, I understand. Yeah, you probably turn to fruits and berries, or maybe I can pull something out of a pond, but I don't even see you capable of running a legit rod and reel.
No, I don't think I could at this point.
Let alone, you always talk about you never cared for camping or fishing or hunting or anything. So what would you do? I mean,
yeah, really.
What would you use to fish? What are some of your...
like when you win challenges, they provide you with fishing gear and stuff like that. So,
really?
Yeah, so you get like cooking supplies along the way.
Yeah, but you got to win those challenges.
You got to win those challenges.
Oh, I've never saw it.
Yeah, so they do give you materials along the way. You're not just completely left to fend for yourself.
The winner of the circle jerk gets a rod and reel.
Will you sleep naked on the show like you do in real life?
Oh, I don't know if they allow me to do that. I would probably have to keep my bottoms on.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Lame.
Sorry to ruin your fantasy, Josh.
It still lives in my mind.
The only way you survive is if somehow on the television show they say, okay, we'll give a rifle for hunting and a rod and reel for fishing to the winner of this Super Mario Brothers trivia contest.
What would you do without social media? You can't be on social media for how long does it take? Is it a month?
It's about a month, yeah. You know, I have tampered my social media use down, but that would be tough, just without any type of electronics to distract me.
Well, that's good.
Randy Shaver, how do you survive in the woods? What would you do?
I would be dead in an hour.
You might have to eat your own poo-poos and pee-pees.
I love reading his diary. It was day 1. I started eating my own poo-poos and pee-pees.
Yeah, you do it in the ocean. They call those aqua dumps.
Aqua dumps? Mm-hmm. I could survive if my wife was there. Like to bait my hook, kill bugs, that kind of thing. I could probably last a little while. She knows how to start a fire. She's very good with outdoor stuff.
Only if she's there to protect you and provide
everything. Yeah.
Right, that's
tuck
the
me
only
in.
way you survive, Joe.
That's about it.
I can see that. Josh is just crying under a palm tree or whatever.
Yeah, after I say a prayer about murdering a fish.
Your wife is
I'd
strangling.
have to ask her, like, hey, can you take this thing off, and what do we do with it now? She'd know how to do all that stuff.
Do I just eat it like an apple? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, I'm eating it like a cob of corn, just twisting it. This is very scaly.
Josh is crying and rocking underneath a lemon tree or something, and his wife is ass naked killing a koala bear with her bare hands.
She's covered in blood.
gosh.
Yeah, covered in koala blood.
No.
Wearing it like face paint.
I'm telling you, if we're ever lost in the wilderness or on a game show, she's the person you want next to you.
Oh, I bet.
She pees in her hand and feeds it to you.
Jeez.
More. I need more.
She'd call me down if I thought I had like some sort of awkward interaction with I don't know,
With
crow.
the host, Jeff Probst.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. I'm sure he didn't notice.
It is my pee. Drink it to survive. Terrible.
Oh, man.
Just terrible. All right, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder, we're just getting started this week. We'll talk to you boys down the line, and we appreciate it a hell of a lot. Randy, get home safe from Chicago.
Yep, we will.
Oh, Brad, the Ricks girls are here. Hurry up and show up. Get in your car. Let's go.
There's Randy. There's a swingers club in Wisconsin between Chicago and Minnesota.
I didn't know that.
I think it's in Black River Falls or something. Stop by, tell us.
We passed right through there.
Yeah, swing in, tell everyone we said hello. Okay, we'll talk to you boys later.
See ya.
Hey.
Thanks very much.
Half-assed morning show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets in a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think that our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. But refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. We chase greatness. We chase legacy. We never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hi, I'm Drew Barrymore, and I want to tell you how you can help to support the life-saving work of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you give, you're helping ensure families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can focus on helping their child live. This holiday, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
93X, the home of the half-assed morning show.
Oh, God. Everybody and all of y'all, it's that time of year again. Welcome back to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. It's that time of year, a time of giving, lap dances for $20 in trade. Come this Friday, we'll all be piling into Rick's Cabaret Gentlemen's Club for our 75th annual Toys for Tatas
We're getting old. Yeah.
toy drive party.
Gosh, this is going to be my 7th.
You're getting old.
Yeah,
Or,
you're definitely getting old.
I mean, maybe it would be 6 because we didn't have one COVID year, did we?
No, I don't believe
Yeah.
so.
6.
Wow.
We made our own here in the studio.
6th or 7th, we don't know. We look forward to seeing everybody in downtown Minneapolis starting at 6 a.m. We know you won't let us down. We know you'll pack the place and, most importantly, bring some great stuff for the kids who could use your help this time of year. Got to stack up some toys for the kids who could use a few laughs this holiday season. Welcome to the show now 3 of the gals who will be your entertainment.
We got 4.
4?
Actually. Yeah.
Who did I miss?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Okay. 4 of the gals who will be your, we got 2 studios here. I can't see everybody. 4 of the gals who will be your entertainment this Friday morning. Hello once again to
Ooh, a little
Cherry. Where's Cherry at?
I'm over here.
Brooklyn over there.
Hello, hello.
BB Gun.
Hi.
And Cleo.
Good morning.
Thank you, ladies, for coming down.
We made it.
You did make it again. You made it again. Can you believe it? We're still sticking around. You guys are still sticking around.
Yeah, hard to believe.
Match made in heaven.
It is. We've all got staying power, if nothing else. Oh, by the way, Josh, someone texted in and wanted to know why, and this is a great question, why we haven't considered calling this event the Gilbert Gottfried Memorial Toys for Tata's Toy
I'd
Drive.
love it if we changed it to that. Why not?
How many years ago was that?
Oh, jeez.
10 years ago? I don't know, 7?
Maybe not that long, but
I'm
we
no
had
good.
two years in a row or 2 years within a few years. He
Legendary
joined us out
comic
there.
Gilbert Gottfried joined us for a couple of Tata's events.
That's so sweet.
Really?
Oh, and he was awesome.
You
He
know
was
who we're
so
talking
mad I
about,
missed
BB
that.
Gun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He did all of the high-pitched character voices in every animated movie about animals ever.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Wasn't he the beetle in Thumbelina, too?
I didn't see that one, but obviously, Aladdin, he's the parrot, right?
Yeah.
He was the Aflac duck.
Yep, Aflac duck.
So,
Very
yeah.
funny guy.
And then he
one of
passed,
the best comedians we've ever seen live.
passed away. We should consider putting his name on the marquee.
We can stick a picture of him in one of the chairs at Tata's.
A post-mortem, is that what they call it, Josh?
Yeah.
Lap dance or something?
He's the one that started saying it's for the kids. He'd have to remind
Yeah.
people who were overly excited about being there.
Now, I hope, of course, we hope all of you ladies are doing wonderfully. It's good to see you again. Cherry, as soon as she walked in, and those of you who've been listening for years will understand the reference. Cherry walked in, and the first thing she said was, I am finally physically healthy 100% for a Toys for Tatas.
Oh, yeah. No.
Can you give us the background on this, Cherry, for those who don't know? You normally are mangled in one way heading...
Yeah, so for those who don't know, the first year I had a stroke the year before, and then I had my intestines collapse, and then I was in some pretty gnarly car crashes. But this year, nothing. Only good things have happened.
That's great.
That's
good
awesome.
to hear.
Jeez.
Yeah, you sound like when we'd have a motocross rider in studio. They talk
Listen.
about all the breaks and injuries they've had.
I'm not a healthy woman. It is my tagline, but we're getting there.
Hardcore.
So,
That's too bad. So all the money you've made as an entertainer over the years has pretty much gone to like regions.
Yeah, you think I pay my medical bills?
My mistake.
No.
Crazy.
There will be quite a few gentlemen this Friday who will be contributing to any medical
Quick, Cherry, you got to break something before Friday so that way they can give you money for it.
Oh, I have back pay. That's fine.
any bills that need to be paid will be covered, I imagine, on Friday. Cleo, BB Gun, Brooklyn, everything good? Any adventures in your lives lately?
Well, recently, Cleo and Cherry and I took a little girls' trip to New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
And that was a time and a half.
Yeah.
I bet. Was it your first time there?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
So you said Mardi Gras or more recent than that?
In October.
It was in October.
Oh, okay.
What did you see? Everyone usually comes away from New Orleans having seen something they never thought.
Well, I couldn't see much because some a-hole decided to steal my wallet. So my passport and all my identification was in there.
that sucks.
Oh.
But we had a pool, so
I saw a lot of the backside of my friends by the pool.
Okay.
That is what I saw.
We spent a lot of time by the pool. We also saw ghosts. We spent most of the time by the pool.
We did talk to ghosts.
Really? Well, they're
Cool.
Did you visit the above-ground cemetery?
supposed to be haunted.
No.
We'll have to go back.
Where did you see a ghost?
We went on a ghost tour where they let us use all the little ghost tools and actually hunt for them.
We made some really cool ghost friends.
So they gave
Shout
you-
out to Mike.
Word up.
He's listening.
No, he's the ghost.
The ghost can listen to the radio.
He's definitely listening.
If he starts messing with your frequencies, if people's mics start going in and out, it was definitely him.
Oh, then he's haunting the studio. That's for sure.
So there you were wandering around New Orleans with little Ghostbusters tools, and that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Have you experienced ghosts anywhere else, or is
Oh,
this
yeah.
you have?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like here.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, there probably is one in the studio. I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh,
The ghosts of ratings past.
Cleo,
People
get
have
right up
died
on that mic
everywhere.
when you want to say something. You think there might be even a ghost in this studio?
Absolutely.
Are you a paranormal type?
No, I'm not a paranormal. I'll just say I have a sixth sense.
You do? Are there any ghosts at Rick's Cabaret?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Every-
yeah.
Every,
Every
club
club.
has a ghost.
Yep.
Really?
Ghost of customers' bank accounts past.
Oh, I bet that ATM could tell some stories.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
Just like to watch a camera on it and see like the guy's facial expressions as they like,
wobbling at
oh
the ATM.
no, what did I do?
Dropping the card.
I'm happy you guys had a great time in New Orleans. That's one of my favorite cities. I've been there many times.
Oh my God, there was this spinach and artichoke dip.
Oh my You can't keep talking about it as much as I love it.
Yeah,
we have to go back. We're going back.
That's fair.
You inhaled spinach and artichoke
We're
dip.
not allowed to talk about it anymore. Cherry said.
Okay.
You bring it up too
Cherry
much?
kiboshed it.
Let's put a lid on that.
I'm kind of like that with food too. Get pretty excited about it.
Once I get my tongue set on a flavor, I gotta get it.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
An off-air conversation that the gals were having, well, BB Gun and Cleo were having before we went live.
Oh no. Oh,
And I wanted to get Brooklyn and Cherry's take on this as well. BB Gun said to me, "So, what are we going to be talking about?" And I said, "Well, your guess is as good as mine. We'll just jaw jack a little bit and see what happens." And BB Gun said, "What if we rolled through the top 5 most common strip club customer names?"
Absolutely.
Customer names.
The top 5 most common strip club customer names.
Oh, that's a good twist. You know, you go through like dancer names, like the common dancer names.
Oh, we did that last year.
Well, she was talking customers.
And that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
quite a twist. I've
got-
never considered that.
So go ahead. Who were the most common?
So the two that I had kind of put into the ring were Mike and John.
And then I had Bill and Bob.
Bill and Bob, Mike and John. What
Okay,
about
we need-
Cherry and Brooklyn? What are some of the common names you hear there if you'd put them into your top 5?
Definitely a Steve.
Oh yeah.
Steve.
A lot of Steves. Yeah.
A lot of Steve's coming through.
Do you think these are real names or stage names?
You know, we can never be sure if they're telling us the truth.
Yeah, you're probably not checking their credit card or ID or anything like that.
Sometimes. We only check that at VIP.
I plead the fifth on that.
Ah.
Okay, well, what about, maybe we talked about this last year, but I don't remember. So who's the longest tenured dancer of the 4 of you? That would
Cleo.
be Cleo's raising her hand.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the most common name that a new girl wants to take for
Oh
her
my
stage name?
Goodness, Bubbles.
Bubbles?
Bubbles, like the Powerpuff Girl?
Bubbles, a cinnamon. There's usually like a rock of some sort, like a jade or a luxury
emerald?
car. Yeah, it's usually
Oh, a luxury car, sure.
Mercedes.
Usually, brand newbies start with they're like, "Oh, I'm Gucci, I'm Princess, I'm," and then about a year in, they'll change it and they'll be like, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Savannah."
Like what? But yeah, there's quite a list of common.
Has there ever been a stage name that you heard and you had to walk up to the gal and say, "Look, you might want to."
You can't be Braunschweigert.
Yeah,
You
right.
got to do something else.
You don't want to be Silverado or something like that. Are you pointing over at Cherry? Is there a...
There definitely is one, and I'm trying to remember.
I know.
I have met a felony.
Gotta like that.
So there's-
Ashley's related to a couple of those.
So there's one you can't quite remember, Cherry, where you just thought, okay, this can't happen.
Yeah, there's definitely been a couple, but like, yeah, I met a felony. I did meet someone named Credit, which is honestly kind of fire, but also maybe choose a different one. Yeah.
I have an awful name that I used when I worked in Texas because they wouldn't let me be BB Gun.
What did you go with?
I was Nicotine. And I would walk up to men and be like, "Hi, my name's Nicotine. Do you need a fix?" It did not get me very far. It was shortened to Nikki very quickly.
That's hilarious.
Kind of genius.
So does management have much to say about it? Like in radio, like in the old days, they'd give you a name, right?
Some places do. Like I have been told at some like if I audition someplace because like Cherry Bomb doesn't sound real enough, which I kind of is the point. But I'll have to choose something else. Like some clubs want you to have a more real sounding name. So when I couldn't be Cherry Bomb, I was Sabrina.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I forgot your last name of Bomb.
Half-assed morning show 93X.
Yeah, we're getting it done here live on the 93X Half-assed morning show with the lovely and hilarious ladies of Rick's Cabaret, Cherry Bomb, Brooklyn, BB Gun, and Cleo. Please join us this Friday at our Toys for Tatas toy drive at Rick's Cabaret Gentlemen's Club starting at 6 a.m. You're only doing the right thing to help some kids in need. Bring a new unwrapped toy and get free admission and free buffet. Oh, God, there's a cash bar, of course. We'll all be hanging around. It's going to be a great party. This has been great so far, by the way. Thanks again,
Yeah,
ladies.
really appreciate it.
We know this is not your regular hours of operation.
I'm usually up. I'm just not moving.
That's the way to do it.
Awake, but not moving much.
It really always surprises me when I'm awake at like normal people daytime hours and I'm like, what is everybody doing right now? It's bedtime.
Let me ask Brooklyn a question. We haven't heard enough from Brooklyn. Let me ask you this, Brooklyn. What do strippers want for Christmas?
Benjamins.
So it's kind of like the Christmas card you get from your grandmother, just some cash there in the...
She's not wrong.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
Can you
little
think
note in there.
anything else that a topless dancer would want for Christmas this year? Aside from monies?
A new pair of pleasers.
What are pleasers?
Those are shoes that we wear.
Oh, okay.
Those can get pricey too.
Is that right?
I've looked those up. Yeah.
They start at 90 and go up to about 300.
Wow.
Man.
The big high heels.
Whoa.
Is it true there's a store that kind of sells perfect outfits for dancers?
There are two in the Minneapolis area.
Okay, I thought I heard of one for sure. There's two of them.
Venus and there's
Notoriously fitted.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to wear any holiday-themed gear?
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think so.
Would you consider doing any caroling? And if so, do you have any ideas for songs?
You're setting me up.
I am setting you up.
You want me to do it?
For something you did off the air.
Do you want me to do it?
That was absolutely
Off
hilarious.
the air.
God, okay.
The girls started to sing stripper Christmas carols.
It's so perfect.
Oh, you really want me to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sing.
So if we were to go caroling, right, and we have like these cutesy little Santa bikinis and we're freezing our badonks off. Yeah, we're freezing off our tatas. You know, we could just sing, ding, rise your dong, ding, rise your dong, ding, rise your dong.
Ding, rise your dong.
Do, 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 do.
And you have another one, too.
I have another one?
Oh, yeah, a Jingle Bells song.
Oh, yeah. Jingle balls, my do they hang low.
It's beautiful. Who wouldn't leave their front door open to listen to that, right?
I'd throw some Benjamins your way if I had Benjamins.
I'm cracking open the front door. I'm pushing the kids. Kids, this is what the holidays are all about.
Not the children.
That's a friggin' riot. That's a riot. Oh, man. A couple text messages have come in about Friday's event from a couple people who've never been. Like I said before, I think this is our 75th consecutive year of the Toys for Tatas toy drive at Rick's Cabaret. But a couple of rookies have texted in.
Oh, boy.
One wants to know, I had it and I lost it. Can professionals like yourselves, can you spot a first-timer when they walk in the joint?
Bye.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We can smell it like a shark smelling blood in the water.
What is there like a dead giveaway that you can think of right away?
It is just honestly the full vibes. What's your dead giveaway, Brooklyn?
It's just the awkwardness.
It's the eyes.
Yeah.
There's fear behind those eyes.
So they came off in their text message that they're a little worried when they walk in as a first timer that everyone's gonna know and the girls are gonna stomp their guts out. You know?
No, we're very nice. We don't bite. We all got our rabies shots.
We
Good
love
deal.
first timers.
I do.
Yeah.
I love newbies.
But it's funny that you can sense it.
You can smell it.
You can smell it from across the room.
I feel really bad that I said that, and then you're like, oh, yeah, he said he was really worried that the girls were going to be able to tell.
Maybe he should be.
Yeah, you just lost a customer. He's not showing up.
He'll be fine.
We'll take care of him.
I think he feels better just the fact that we're talking about it. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
He can't see my face right now.
How
He doesn't want to see your face. I can guarantee
I
you.
guarantee, yeah.
How great or terrible was your first night working?
Yeah, were you nervous? You guys seem so confident.
Nervous, so nervous.
Really?
Very, very nervous.
Absolutely terrified.
Never been so
shaking.
nervous.
Shaking.
Shaking,
Yeah.
even.
Was there a moment where you're just like, okay, I got this?
No.
Yeah, my
At
first night at the end of the night, I realized I had made almost $400, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
You can handle that.
That'll loosen anybody.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I walked out with a couple hundred, but it's still like the nerves of it and not knowing anything about the industry. You kind of, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Like, you have to learn for yourself unless you can find somebody to, like, take you under their wing, you know. But
Cool.
Yeah.
So you all had someone kind of help you out?
Not everybody.
No.
Not everybody?
No.
Well, sometimes you got to go it alone.
You got to go it alone.
Josh, you'd be a great.
I look like a first timer
You know
every
what
time.
I mean?
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure last year I like walked up to you because you just looked stressed, and I think it was probably just because of the event.
Yeah.
But I think I walked up to you and I was like, "Hey, oh my God, I don't think I've seen you around here before." And you were like, "You were in the studio 4 days ago."
Josh is like, "What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense."
I was going to say, I think, Josh, you'd be a great guide for a first timer, where you could, take this person under your wing and say, it's okay, don't be nervous, it's all fun. You know what I mean? I think you'd be a good
that's
mentor.
nice. I will do my best.
Even though you still get a little nervous in there.
Well,
Absolutely.
Liquid Courage is served at, 8 a.m.?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
There
when
we
the
go.
cheers start,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh. The liquid courage.
The Liquid Courage.
One more question, and I know this is kind of touchy. We got to get going. And this is kind of a touchy question because we're dealing with asking a woman her age, in a sense. One listener texted in and said, does Rick's Cabaret have any women there in their 40s?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And they make bank.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That individual had also never been, so he wants to know. He says, I'm a fan of the more seasoned women.
Yeah, as you get older, that's how it goes, right?
Not a 55-year-old dancer, yeah.
Yeah,
55?
Last year I hung out with a older woman for almost like the whole entire time.
A
She was
dancer?
awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I'm curious what you think an older woman is.
Well, like he was, older than me, older than 28.
40s?
Also,
Yeah.
I'm old.
Well, I'm, what did Cleo say, a 55-year-old dancer?
55, yeah.
I'm
Cool.
almost 55, and no one wants to see me with
Get
my
on
shirt
that
off.
stage.
Yeah.
Better strap those heels on, babe.
Oh, God.
What do you call them?
It's
Pleasers?
an awesome
They're
mental
called
picture.
Pleasers.
It
And
would-
hey, maybe Brooklyn can teach you a couple moves. She is the pole assassin.
She did win that award.
Oh, really?
Wait a minute. We
Pole
need,
Congratulations,
assassin.
Brooklyn.
we need
Cool.
to hear about this. You won what, Brooklyn?
So I've won technically 2 pole competitions, and then I also got the Pole Assassin Award from Rick's Cabaret.
That's
Pole
awesome.
assassin.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
She is the best person I have ever seen on that stage, and she probably will be for the rest of my life.
Ask to see the spatchcock. It's the coolest move, and if there's any person I've ever met in my life who I would consider to be a contortionist, it's Brooklyn.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Will you be doing all that stuff on the main stage then on Friday?
Of course.
That's great. The Pole Assassin.
I'm a little nervous to say that nickname out loud again. The Spatchcock?
Yes.
That's the name of the move.
Yeah.
We'll ask for it on Friday.
You'll get it.
We can't thank you ladies enough. Thank
Really
you,
appreciate
Cleo,
it.
BB Gun, Brooklyn, Cherry Bomb. We always have a ton of fun with you here in the studio, and we know we'll have fun on Friday. So, any parting words from anybody?
Yeah. This is BB,
Yeah.
and I just want to say to my Uber driver who emailed into the show today to say hello, hi. So glad I made an impression. I don't know who you are, but, maybe you'll come see me on Tata's and we can have a real reunion.
Now, keep in mind, if it's like me, she won't recognize you until you say who you are.
We got to roll. Thank you, ladies. And we'll keep talking about this all week long.
Yeah, thanks again.
Everybody drive safe today, please.
There you go.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Nice. 93.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets in a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.